just got to go to YouTube and grab the address of the live feed. Just got to go to YouTube. Yep, I hear you, old man. Ooh, okay. Copy so I can share it at SteelerFury. What's happening, everybody? Enjoying the live feed, I hope. Somebody. There's nobody there. It's just us.
All right.
Somebody might see it on a replay for now, but now I'm going to share it with the SteelerFury crowd. All right. Here's the feed for rounds 2 and 3. Come join us. Call to action. Boom. And I lost my name tag. What the hell?
Glad I didn't put any money on Bryson DeChambeau. He's missed the cut.
Oh, you wanted to put money on him to miss the cut?
Oh no, I didn't. I'm just saying I'm glad I didn't think
You're
about
glad you didn't. Yeah. Yesterday he had it took 3 shots for him to get out of a bunker because he was trying to feather it to have it land just outside the bunker so it didn't roll off the other side, and he couldn't get it out of the bunker, which he's a really good bunker player. So that was sort of like, okay, the Masters is hard.
Yeah, so my brother-in-law was down there on Tuesday for the practice round. Nice. He had a friend win the lottery. He got 4 tickets for the practice round on Tuesday. So,
all right. So, hello and welcome again to another exciting edition of the Pittsburgh Steelers Show on the SteelerFury.com podcast. I'm your host, Will Massasak, also known as Bradshaw to Ben and Accidental Zen on Twitter. And I just say that stuff without even thinking about it these days. It's like only been since 2008. Joining me is right now Jeremy Coleman. How are you, Jeremy?
Doing good, sir.
He's also known as Jeremy Coleman.
Yeah, ready to get some studs on day 2 here. You know,
we're trying. Yeah, we lost. Anyway. It's a good thing we weren't waiting for 53 to get a wide receiver because Denzel Boston and Ted Hurst are the first 2 picks off tonight.
It's a good thing we didn't wait then. Yep, you're right. Yeah. I feel very good about Cooper in round 1, even more now.
Yeah, that definitely makes it feel like more, more real. But that's a Ted Hurst at 35, baby. So if you want, it
wouldn't surprise me if that's where he goes in real life too. Yeah. I think there's so much hype right now just because of how good he is with the ball. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of an underrated part of his game that you didn't really see it. I think it was Georgia State or Southern, one of them.
Georgia State.
Georgia State. You saw him do a bunch of like big athletic things, but you didn't see like a ton of run after the catch. It was more he's that open, so he caught the ball.
Here's the thing. I really like Cooper. I mean, I like Tyson. Mm-hmm. Really for the Steelers. I like Tyson. I like Cooper. I would take Denzel Boston just because I think he's a really good player, even if it's not a perfect fit. I would take Ted Hurst. The last guy in this, what I would call this first cluster of, I'd be happy to get any of them, is Chris Brazel. And that's the one that I'm very curious. Ted Hurst before Chris Brazel is interesting. I get it. And I poked a little fun at the Tennessee Titans GM because he picked the running back at 4. He picked Jonathan Love at 4. We were joking about that last night about the live look at Cam Ward as him throwing his playbook down and which is an iPad now, so it's really a problem. But but he got Ted Hurst here, so good for him.
They're giving Cam Ward every excuse not to fail.
That's it. Well, I'm just saying he needs targets,
right?
The run game, I don't know how much that's really going to help him develop.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think when you draft a running back that high, then you feel compelled to feed him the ball. And
Yeah.
I think if you're Cam Ward, you need the ball a lot. You need to, you know, you need to get into a rhythm
Mm-hmm.
and pick apart defenses. You don't need to be like, hey, we're going to run on first and second down, and then hey, Cam, make a play for us on third down. You know that all too well as a Steelers fan.
I
Anyway,
do.
speaking of the Steelers, there was one trade offer that came through about
Okay.
the round today, which is Denver looking for to possibly to move up to 70 or move up to 53 from 62. So they would offer a fourth round pick, which I think is 111. So pick 111 plus pick 62. We would move down 9 spots for that.
Hmm.
And that, we basically was said, depends on what the board looks like for us. If there's nobody there
Yeah.
that we're really wild about taking, and if their person is still there, which they seem to think it was unlikely their target was going to make it that far,
Okay.
but they don't have a lot of ammo to move up. They have just this second round pick at 62, and then 2 4th round picks, and everything else is the end of the 7th round. I think so.
Denver traded for Waddle, so they lost a lot in that trade.
Yeah,
So,
they definitely just lost a lot of. Oh, here's their picks. So they have 62, the 2 4th round picks. They have a late 5, and then
three
3
seven.
super late 7s. Like in fact, those are the last 2 picks of the
Sorry,
draft.
say. Yeah.
So yeah, they don't have a lot to work with, and I think it sounded like their goal was to try to get one sort of stud by trading up, and then a couple of mid-round players, and then you're just
Hmm.
it's lottery picks, special teams guys at the end. So that's what's going on with them. Okay, another one of our targets just went, Caden McDonald.
Yeah.
So this is all predictable. I'm sure Hurst surprised me a little bit coming off that fast. Oh, Avion Terrell, I didn't even notice went before that. So the picks
Hmm.
tonight so far: Terrell, Denzel Boston, Ted Hurst, Caden McDonald, and the Giants are on the clock. Looks like they're about to pick. So we should probably talk about our situation a little bit. I think I laid out a little bit just based on my feelings and like looking at the value board. Like when I looked at the value board, I try to just kind of mark.
Agnon just went too.
Yeah, another one. This is like I said, we were
Yeah.
pipe dreaming if we thought all of them were going to fall to us.
Right.
But there's still, I think, if you look at like I put together, well, here's whatever 14 picks or something it is before us, and or 20 picks rather. It's like what are we? Still going to be one of these guys left if you put 20 names up there that sound pretty good.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I would like to have a couple more people pick picks like Terrell that we're not interested in. That would really help my state of
Mm-hmm.
mind, because if they're only going to pick guys we want, it's going to be a long night, right?
It could.
All right. So anyway, you look on the value board here. I put up here in pink, kind of where the guys I was most interested in are, and it's surprisingly spread out. It isn't. They aren't all at the same time, except for 3. In 3, we have 3 picks, so it's not impossible to get many of those targets. And then I asked you and Corey to like give me some names and some ideas. There's Kristen Miller. There's another DT off the
Wow.
board. So now
Yep.
Caleb Banks and
Lee Hunter.
Lee Hunter are really the only 2 guys left. But it's like, are we going to see 2 more defensive tackles taken
Right.
in this before we gets to us? I'm not sure. So anyway, I laid it out like this. I was like, if it were me and I were by myself, I'd be like, guard, nickel corner, maybe even BPA, which could be defensive tackle here. Bud Clark at the 76, which puts him, I think he's probably going to go, between 85 and 99, but I would just rather be safe about that, unless there's somebody we just desperately have to take, we can move him down a slot. And then it looks like that's the tail end of the tackles is 385. And then it was like whichever guard or nickel that we don't take up here, we could take here. And then quarterback or another wide receiver in this section. And then it's sort of like, flip a coin, play people that you might like, guys that I like, you like,
Mm-hmm.
a linebacker, Jack Kelly or something in there, or
Yeah.
one of the others. Several linebackers I think that would be good, if not necessarily like replacing Patrick Queen year one. So anyway, and then you gave me your list. Here, let me copy it into here.
Yeah, it was kind of just a quick, yeah, if these guys are at these spots, it's going to be hard for us to overlook them
Yeah.
type of list.
Yeah,
Day
and I
three was
actually
kind of scattershot, but
something I realized also uh, was that the Steelers actually they had Taylor Green in for a visit, which I did not realize.
they did. They
Yeah,
did
that surprised me. Wasn't it? Doesn't it surprise you?
a little. Only just because I mean I think they're looking at like a day three pick at QB, you
Yeah,
know.
but I guess it's sort of like it surprises me that it surprises me that I should have put that all in one thing. Hang on a second. It surprises me that they're that interested in uh sorry, I gotta copy this again. They're that interested in Taylor Green. Like
Yeah.
I guess this is it reminds me a little bit of that year a couple years ago where they didn't take a quarterback, but they went to every quarterback's pro day and they met them
Mm,
all,
yeah.
right? Emmanuel McNeil Warren goes to the Browns,
Okay.
replacing their uh, safety who may never play again.
Who's that?
What's the J-O?
Oh,
What is it?
Jeremiah Warso Akuzu or
Yeah,
something.
that's it. Yeah, it's thought that he may never play again.
Yeah, I read that last year.
That's a very astute pick, if that's the case.
Yeah, McNeil Warren, he's a fun player, no doubt about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think playmaker. So what's not to like?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Oops, it's just going to be like that. So this is yours. I'm trying to think if there's anything here that's dramatically different than me. I think like me, round two, it's sort of like people are whoever is sort of left. I'm gonna take the people out of here that are picked because
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of mine have already been taken now, but
yeah, well, you have good taste. That's all.
you know it.
Um, the yeah, so I kind of feel like yeah, we're sort of together. It's like BPA or I added Rutledge as a guard or Pregnon, and then the nickel corners you didn't put in round two, but I kind of feel like that might be where we're headed is
It
Keontae
very
Scott.
could be. And it's more of just because, like, honestly, I feel like there's so many guys I like at nickel that there's probably one I'd like in every single round this year. I'd be like,
I
yep,
think
I'm
that's
with
true. What I
him.
would say is that Keontae Scott to me is like Cooper. He's the one of the few guys. I feel like him and what's his name from South Carolina, Kilgore,
Kilgore.
are
Yeah.
notably better than the others. Because first of all, Kilgore can play all over your secondary. He's one of those cats that
Right.
if you want to
They're
get
more versatile.
multiple looks and have them do a bunch of different stuff, he's great for that. And Keontae Scott, I think, could stick on the outside. So he covers you, inside or outside. And he's supposed to be multiple sources talked about what a great locker room guy he is. Like
Mhm.
he was the guy that was like the not just the glue, but like a total leader on that team.
Well,
And
didn't he run like a ridiculous
he
42?
did. So this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Me personally, I'm like, yes, we need this. We need a stud guard, and we need a stud defensive lineman, and we need a corner somewhere, that really fits that. And it's like, is a really, um, really better than just good, a great cornerback nickel who could play outside for you in a pinch. Is that more of a need for the Steelers than defensive linemen? That's the first question I'd have. And then the question about guard is you think there's nickel corners in every round. There are guards in every round.
Mhm.
There are guards who like tested crazy, have good tape, have really positive scouting reviews on them. It's like Jesus, even the tackles that are later are like, all of his problems would be solved by just playing guard. It's like as long as he doesn't have to deal with outside speed, he's going to be
Right.
great, you know.
Yeah.
So I do feel like, you know, that's a one thing I would say for at least considering nickel. I would, you know, if Keontae Scott is gone, and we don't think Stukes is or Kilgore is going to make it, then yeah, I maybe I would still, you know, pass on that or think about something else. Round three, I think we're together on Bud Clark. Gold Day, I don't know. It's like is Gold Day um better than like what is he? What's his role in Pittsburgh? Would he end up being like a two down guy for them? That's more downhill, or is he somebody that you trust enough in coverage? You know, he's kind of big and doesn't necessarily move. He's fast enough vertically, straight line,
Hmm.
but he isn't really like a agility guy to me.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. He's just such a good player, and if we missed
Don't
out on
disagree.
Rodriguez, so that kind of hurt. We
Yep.
were hoping to maybe take Rodriguez and our wide receiver early in second, and then we
Yep.
pivoted away. So just another guy who just kind of always screams better football player, and probably what he's given credit for, even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not opposed.
Uh-huh.
I actually just started thinking about some of the other linebackers that we each of us have sort of scratched on some, but it feels like we didn't really go as heavy into linebackers after the top because it was kind of like, you know, that speaking of players, Anthony Hill is still available. Like,
Mm-hmm.
would we consider taking Anthony Hill in round two? I would.
I definitely would, especially if the guards we like are gone and
Yeah.
Scott's gone. It's like, man, let's just go grab him. And the other thing that's great about Hill is like he's gotten better every year he's been at Texas, and he's still uh, an underclassman too. So he's younger on the younger side too.
Yeah.
So there's still room to grow and get better even
Curious
there.
to see it was going to be an admin pick here apparently for the Chiefs. So I never like that. Because they end up picking somebody that might otherwise fall because oh you are just rotten. They put Lee Hunter in a race that didn't put Caleb Banks in.
Oh no, now it's Lee Hunter again.
What? Oh, you're rotten. I'm calling shenanigans.
Ugh. Would you take Banks at 53?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would. I
I
feel
think
like
I would too.
you punish, you know, the injury risk guys around for a basic injury, like you tore your ACL last year.
Yeah.
You punish them maybe 2 rounds for something a little bit more worrisome.
Hmm.
But you know, it was like he was working out and running on the injury, you know, so
Hmm.
it's not like he uh, couldn't move, like he's so disabled by it that he won't be able to play.
Right.
So there's that. I kind of feel like, yeah, you're right. Right now we're down to him, or we're looking at defensive tackle much later in this draft, which is
Yeah,
fine. I mean,
much
we just
later. Yeah.
reorient ourselves. But anyway, let's just keep going through these guys here. Yeah, Crown over. Like I said, probably the last place to get a tackle that we really feel good about. I was going to ask um, Corey if the guy that he and I like from Wyoming, if he thinks he could play some tackle in the NFL, because I kind of do.
Is
Um,
that Caden Barnett?
yeah, because here uh, shows him his guard, but I think he played tackle there. 6'4", 316, 33 and 3/8 arm, and you know 5'0", 40. His shuttle 455, which is just a hair off of that magic time of 447. And for someone his height and his size, that's unheralded draft stock. That's pretty amazing. So I kind of feel like he's a guy that can move and power
Okay.
numbers are very good. They're not great, but they're pretty good. Um, anytime you see, basically, it's kind of like 30-inch vertical jump, 9-foot broad jump puts you in the elite explosion category for a 300-pound
Oh,
plus
okay.
player. So this is going to be close. He'll be. I could look at the sheet, but I think
I mean,
he's
he'll
a.
be like a round 5 guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I don't think he's going to go so soon. I'm not sure there's that many people that are really into him. Where he fell on the board was O line here. Yeah, 7, even 6 or 7. So
Yeah.
I think he'd be gotten, but then there's also the Steelers seem to be interested in Billy Strouth from Notre Dame. Another
Okay.
guy I think played some on the outside, and yeah, it's like I said, I feel like they're King of Trust is like 2 years overaged or something, but he's
Oh,
pretty
really? I
good
didn't know he was an older guy.
inside and out.
Okay.
So yeah, they exist, but yeah, it just JC Davis maybe is another one that could play inside and out.
I would definitely say he can play inside, and he played tackle for Illinois.
Yeah, I
So
mean, see, he played tackle. Is he good
right,
enough to play that in the NFL? I'm not sure, but I like that kind of.
yeah, maybe in a pinch.
Yeah, but I feel like otherwise, yeah. So everybody that's a tackle down here, I know Gavin Ortega is small school Weber State, but he's another
Hmm.
one that looks like he might come out of nowhere to be quality tackle.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for picking that edge. Really appreciate that. Um,
Ooh,
thank you, Buffalo. So yeah,
yeah.
since Lee Hunter went off the board, CJ Allen went to Cincinnati, and Gabe Hackis went to Buffalo, and now the Dolphins are on the clock. Yeah, we're edging toward our spot, about 10 to go. Um, yeah. So anyway, I think if you picked a guard early, then I think we could look to pick a tackle late. Like it doesn't have to be one of these top guys,
Yeah, I would
but
agree with you on
but
that.
like this it's good. This is going to be Caleb. This next round is going to be Caleb Turner, Drew Shelton, Austin Barber, Crownover, and maybe even J.C. Davis going to go. Um, Did you see Tristan Lee at all? I don't think he's a fit for Pittsburgh. I just wondered if you watched him.
I watched him a while back. I thought he was solid. He didn't like wow me. But
Yeah, I
you know,
think he's
the guy that
like a solid left tackle prospect he's not really versatile like some of these other guys
gotcha. Yeah, I was very say I definitely watched him, but it was definitely probably a few months ago when I was looking at him.
are. Yeah, he was a
I went through a
very
whole Clemson phase like
oh yeah
2 months ago, just picking off Clemson prospects, seeing what I thought. So,
he was a very highly recruited player and had a
mhm.
little bit of an injury this year. Well, it wasn't like super serious, but it took him off the hype train. Like there weren't people really talking about him the way that they might have had he played a good season.
Okay.
But yeah, as a left, if you're looking for an actual left tackle, which I think the Steelers pure left tackle is maybe not what they're looking for. But what do I know? They might. And I mentioned Riley Malman is another guy late. Eric Cade. These are guys that Joe Cooper could probably be a late round offensive tackle who could make the team, but the teams they don't give them the same opportunity they do if you draft them in the third or fourth round.
Miami just really doesn't want to play offense
They
this year.
really
They
don't.
pick another defender, Zion Young.
I think they're just deferring offense until next year.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're going to trade up for. Well, I mean, they just spent all that money on Malik Willis. I mean, not that it was a huge investment, but I mean,
Yeah, but I
a
mean, you
good
don't want to
enough
pick Chris
investment.
Brazell there. I mean, come on,
Right?
he's
Yeah.
sitting
Like
in your lap. I'll bet the Jets take him. That seems
I
like their
think
speed.
didn't the Jets take a wide
Did
receiver?
they? Maybe they did.
They took Tate, didn't they?
They took David Bailey and Jordan Tyson. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, so maybe not.
Yeah.
That's so early for their second another, but they're good. They could take 3. They'd be fine. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
not
I
a
mean,
lot
they
of.
already have Garrett Wilson, and honestly, Adonai Mitchell played decent for them
Oh
down
yeah,
there.
he's worth spending another year on.
Yeah. I was pissed when the Colts got rid of him for absolutely nothing. I was like, couldn't Pittsburgh reach out? Like, for the
Yeah,
love of Christ.
and then yeah, you put Drew Shelton in here. Uh, Bryce Lance, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure that adds to the mix. It's more he'd be more like a replacement for DK Metcalf someday. I mean,
Yeah, I was just, kind of like guys is like, yeah, if he's still sitting there, like, just worth considering more than anything.
I
I
hear
mean,
you.
but
Yeah,
we
I
need
mean,
speed in this offense, and no
no,
one
most
really gives
most
us.
definitely, yeah. That's a thing that we should be thinking about.
Right.
Maybe in the later. I mean, there's a couple of later guys I think you could add as a crap, as a lottery pick.
Oh
That
yeah.
some have some serious speed. I put some guys at the bottom of the list. I'll show you in a
There's a
second.
lot of late receivers that it's like, boy, these
Yeah.
guys are quick as
Well,
cat,
there's the guy
speedy.
that used to play for Penn State, and moved to go to Washington. Let me see here. Amari Evans, who
Uh,
ran like a 4.3,
okay.
or possibly even better. That might have been 4.2 something. I think it was the fastest wide receiver 40 at pro days. And he's not bad. He wasn't bad at Penn State either. I mean, he's a guy that like has production, a lot of touchdowns. It's
You'd
not.
say he went to Washington.
I think he did. Yeah, that's where he ended up. I thought. So
Okay.
you have a guy like that. There's a running back uh, that went that played for 4 years actually at South Dakota State, who was primarily at Washington a kick returner, but who also ran, uh, you know, something like that 4.3 flat
Wow.
or thereabouts. And he's actually, I thought he was a pretty good running back in FCS. He made that graduate transfer, and if you go to a school where they're not really like they don't really need to lean on you, then sometimes you get sort of lost in the shuffle. But he produced, you know, as the starter, and he produced on special teams. And it's like, so there's a guy you could have with some speed, special teams kind of speed later. But anyway, so yeah, if I, this sort of tackle and nickel thing, safety tackle and nickel, I'd really like to try to get that out of the way, and a
Mm-hmm.
guard before the end of the night. I kind of feel like that's where the priority should be. And then tomorrow, it's all about, where do we pick a quarterback if we're going to pick one, and then almost anything else. That's what I would say about tomorrow. Um, Now you have in here Saki Wheatley. I think Wheatley would be a nice backup. Like if we don't get Bud Clark, then I think we really want to take Wheatley. If Bud's off the board before we were set to pick him, that would be the next guy down the list for me. Um, and yeah, I really like that safety from Miami, but I don't think I really need to make this so that it freezes here. Hang on a second. Where is the safeties? Yeah. Jacoby Thomas. That's a dude that I know he'd be a great playmaking split safety, down safety. Like if we didn't have a logjam of bodies who can't play deep free safety, like he would have been a guy I was all over. Really like him. I just don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it's about to fit. Eli Stowers to the Jets.
Wow.
Yeah, that works, I guess. I feel bad for Eli Stowers. There goes Akeem Mesidor. I haven't looked, and I don't know this 100% for sure. How much older is sorry, how much younger is Akeem Mesidor compared to Alex Highsmith? What do you think? 3 years?
Three. As Barry said, Highsmith has got to be 28, 29 now.
All right. So uh Mesidor is 25.
Yeah.
I think Highsmith is 28 going on 29. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right this very second, he's only 3 years younger. How about that? That's amazing. That is really something. So yeah, when it comes to the linebacker situation, when I said there maybe some guys later that are interesting to me. Did you watch much Michigan football? Because both Jimmy Rolder and the guy they transitioned kind of to half playing edge some of the times, Jay uh, Sean, help me out.
Um, shoot. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to help you on that one.
No, that's okay. I got it.
I watched a little bit of Michigan football, but not a ton this year. They were definitely
Yeah,
down. So,
Jayshon Barham. So Jayshon Barham played. He
oh,
played off
okay,
ball at
right,
Maryland, right?
yeah.
And then he went to Michigan and started off ball, and even this season was mostly playing off ball. But then they would bring him up for like stunt pass rusher duties.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly he was either he did all kinds of stuff. He lined up at the
You
edge.
did.
He lined up the edge and rushed. He lined up at the edge and dropped into coverage. He lined up at middle linebacker, dropped in coverage. He lined up at middle linebacker and spied. In fact, he probably spied or blitzed from the off-ball linebacker position more than he did anything else. So
Hmm.
in my system of linebackers, A, B, C, D, he's a B. That was his usage, but pretty good. He's a really good run defender on both on the edge and also shooting gaps and making plays in the middle, and was very good to the edges. Like I think you could do worse than having him as your in the rotation at least at linebacker. Like I don't know. Like you could go. We have a new defensive coordinator. Maybe he'd like to have a guy that gets a better blitzer than what we have right now because
Yep.
we really don't have. There's Josiah Trotter off the board. So
And Gold Day.
and Jake Goldday. Wow, I didn't even see that to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, it's thinning out now at the linebacker thing. Okay, so these guys are both gone.
Interesting.
This is CJ Allen.
Only 5 picks before us now.
Yep. You have Corey on the text.
Yeah.
I think right now our pick would be well, I shouldn't say it. Let's see what still here when I'm looking at people. Warren is gone. I don't think we're I don't think we're picking Xavier Harris.
No.
That's backed into a corner. Colton Hood went last night, I think.
Yeah, he did. Hmm.
Yeah, so the number on the left tonight, I just put what their actual ranking is based on my system.
Okay.
So Rutledge is, he's 50. So, he might make it. If he makes it, I think we're picking him, right?
Be pretty surprised if we didn't.
I mean, I guess I would say the other one would be Anthony Hill to think about.
I mean, I think I would much rather take a guard that I know can come in and
Just
probably
play
start day
immediately.
one.
Yeah, I'm down
Chris
with that.
Johnson off the board. I like that. We weren't looking at him.
Thank
So,
you.
you know.
Kristen Miller's also gone. I mean, I am so tempted to take Chris Brazell, but I don't think I don't think it's the right thing to do. But he's a good player, man.
That would be the scorched earth philosophy, Will.
Yep.
By damn, we will play much better offense.
We suffered for years with no wide receivers. We're going to get them all. We're taking everybody. Deshaun's dribbling next round. Just
Oh my god, yeah, just load up. Be like, there's no excuse for us not to have a good passing
yeah,
attack.
we'll have like the dream team. They won't even be able to all get snaps.
Right.
Okay, Gold Day gone. Yeah, this is looking like Rutledge. If not Rutledge, is
So
it?
so we were talking about this, before we got on people, but I'd be okay trading DK if we took Chris Brazel here.
Yeah, well, I just don't know. It wasn't that, he didn't express interest in DK, the guy who was interested in
Okay.
players. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that's the thing. I would do that. I mean, if you knew you didn't have a hole, it's a lot easier to think about trading him. But
Right.
I think that's a next year move for the Steelers. I think you're going to have a year where he doesn't really. If he has another year that's similar to what he did last year, it's not going to happen. I mean, he can't be your
Right.
starting X
Let's see
if
here.
if he's not more productive than he was last year. And I just feel like the offense is going to come to a grinding halt while you figure out ways to get him the ball, which is not how it should be.
Mhm.
Um, All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 before us. Are we? So we kind of think it's Rutledge,
Yeah.
and if not Rutledge, do we gonna Anthony Hill? Are we gonna trade down? Like, what's the next thing? Kilgore probably. He might make it to our next pick. He might not.
Maybe.
Oh, Keontae Scott. Sorry, shit.
Yeah, I was about to say Keontae Scott would be.
2, right?
Yeah, I was about to say it'd be Rutledge and then Scott for me.
Okay, so I'd
Um,
say I'd say Rutledge and Scott, and then the only question is, which comes next, Anthony Hill or a trade down?
I mean, I don't know. I think Anthony Hill, could be very, very good. Pro Bowl type linebacker, just with his overall level of play, speed, all that. He does have to get a little bit better in coverage. So, like, he might be a 2 down guy initially,
Mm-hmm.
because he does have some work to do in
I
coverage.
thought that he was a better coverage linebacker than he was asked to do more, where he really dropped into space and worked backwards compared to most college linebackers that don't do that.
And there was the other guy I was going to say, Caleb Banks just went. I was very so he would have been,
Yeah.
might have been my third, like, can't pass
Yeah.
on.
All right. So there's 3 possible to go. The thing about Kilgore is, I think you could trade down and get either Kilgore or Stukes or somebody that's comparable for a nickel. But let's hope Rutledge makes it. If Rutledge, I'll put you this way: if either Rutledge or Scott makes it, I'm going to be pretty pleased. But
Yeah.
how do you feel about that, Keontae Scott? Is that okay with you?
Oh, I love Keontae Scott. I was on him when people weren't talking about him, like, like during the season. It was just like, why is no one talking about Keontae Scott? So I am totally ooh, Kyle Lewis just went to the Lions.
Sweet.
Who did the Packers have a first round pick, or am I just missing that
I'm
this
not
year?
sure they didn't. They had one.
Okay.
I'm not positive about that.
The only reason I'm concerned is I feel like they could easily take a guard with Elkin Jenkins leaving.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think, what do all these guys needs right in front of us? I didn't think Detroit really needed a guard, so I was thinking we're good there. Ooh, Carolina went Chris Bell.
Good for them. That's a that's a good pick for them.
It is.
Where to Green Bay? Uh, what?
It's green underscore Bay.
No, is it okay? So they did not have. This is their
Yeah,
first.
they didn't have a first round pick,
Yeah.
so okay. Be very interesting to see where they go because
Packers draft needs after free agency.
corner, D line, edge rusher, O line, depth. Okay. Highest need is a corner. Okay. I will say this, Will, if I would definitely take Rutledge here. Like, he's definitely our guy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh likes investing in the offensive lines under, Khan and Weidel. I'm good with that. It's a philosophy that's actually worked pretty well here recently. I'm good with continuing that. I would say this though, if we start to hear chatter about someone wanting to move down and like Scott like falls a little
Yeah,
farther or
we could.
something, like
Yeah, we could.
that's
Yeah,
one I'd be
exactly.
willing to roll the dice on.
Well, we
And
have the ammo to move up if we really
right,
wanted to.
right.
We have a second person interested in trading up to our pick.
Hmm.
But I kind of feel like we're going to get either Rutledge or Scott, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't really entertain any offers.
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying. At this at
we're
this
good.
point, yeah, we're going to get one of our guys.
Yeah.
Well, we've been sniped before.
Yeah. Believe it or not, in this same position
Yeah.
last year, we
Yeah,
were
to get Keontae Scott, I think we got to move up a little bit, but maybe we don't have to move up like 20 picks. Maybe we have to move up from 85 to like maybe
well, maybe
60.
what about moving up from 76?
I'm sorry, that's what I mean. From 76 to like maybe 60 or something. I have to look at
As
the can
Barry
you look at
said,
the sorry, I got like a whole ambulance fire truck thing outside. Can you look up the Rich Hill chart and see what it says for 73 and
trade
one
chart.
of our fourth round picks?
Let's see here.
While I anxiously await this.
Okay, 76 is worth 210.
Okay, I'm writing it down here. Just tell me what our two fours are worth.
121 is 52.
Uh-huh.
135 is 38.5.
Okay, so and then what oh, this must be not the Rich Hill chart. This is the other one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
The
didn't.
Rich Hill chart's definitely better.
Okay, hold on. Well, what's that one
Sweet.
called? Rich
We got
Field?
Rutledge.
What?
We got Rutledge.
Oh, I thought you meant they took Rutledge. I was
No. I'm saying yes. I said sweet.
Lovely.
Before I put this in there, can you? Yeah, let's work out the trade deal and see how much we
Yeah.
have to.
And what's the name of the chart?
Draft? Oh, here. You know what? Now I can do it.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It's the Draft Tech.
Oh, that's what I'm on. Draft Tech.
Yeah, but you have to select Rich Hill.
Oh,
Rich Hill trade value model is different. So Pittsburgh has
gotcha. I didn't realize that
this
was
is
an
worth
option.
61. Pittsburgh has this one's worth 61 points and then 24 and 17. So 121 and 76 gets you 85. That only gets you to sort of like pick 61. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might be able to get to 60 with those two. That to me would be the
okay.
Would be the goal. I'd kind of rather not give that up, but if we felt like we had to, we have to.
We don't have to. We don't
Okay.
have to. It'd just
So
be
yeah, but we should. I
interesting.
think we should think about it, and especially if Kilgore goes, or I think that to me the indicator is Pons. If Pons goes, then you're down to Scott and Kilgore in the guys that have been going consistently in the same range.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you should text Corey and tell him we got Rutledge.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Boom. And there you go, Pons. Yeah,
Okay.
let's see what the numbers. What they say is that Keontae Scott's the 64th player on the board,
Mm.
and he's the highest he's gone recently is 44, which we already missed that, and the lowest I could see him going is 79. So yeah, I think we should just if he falls, I would say if he falls to that we're within range with moving up with our third and a fourth, that we should at least think about it. Maybe if you're in touch with Corey, you can ask him how he feels about that thought.
Yeah, I just said looking at going nickel quarterback, potentially trading up.
That also means, Bud Clark becomes a pick at 385.
Probably. Dunker off the board. Okay.
I don't mind that. I didn't.
No, Chargers need O-line help in like
I'm
the
not a
worst
big
way.
fan of Jennings Dunker.
I think he's solid. I think the media loves him more. That's kind of pushed him up or whatever.
Oh, why wouldn't they? Yeah, but I mean, it's more like the feet bother
Yeah.
me. Brandon Cisse, I think is better than some corners from before. I don't know.
Brandon Cisse is my number 3 corner in this draft.
Yeah. So you have McCoy and then who?
Probably McCoy, Delane, and then him.
Yeah. But I think there's a bigger gap between McCoy and Delane than between Delane and Cisse. That's what
Yeah,
I would say. Nice. Well, we're off to a good start.
we are. We've
And a
got
long way to
Tyson one
75 though. I don't know, maybe, you know, maybe dude makes it to there. That would be, or makes it, like I said, if he makes it to 60, the problem with 60 is it's a auto um pick. Here, let me I'm gonna they have a temporary GM tonight. Uh
Oh, okay.
and I'm just gonna ask him, hey, are you picking for Chicago tonight? Question mark. You can tell I'm a grown adult because I say punctuation into the voice to text.
Hmm.
Dead giveaway. Old person. However, I'm probably the oldest person that when he got who had a computer the longest ago. Like I had a computer. I was the oldest person that had a computer when I was before I was in high school, and I I learned basic programming.
Oh yeah.
I got what I was going to say though. The first one to the first one to have a computer at work for sure, of any age. Like when I was 1980, I had a computer. I had a personal computer, like an Apple computer, and people were fascinated by that I could do spreadsheets. The CFO of the company came by and said that he felt his life was changed. He saw the future in front of him, and it didn't involve him because they were still doing books like by hand with big long, uh, paper, and that's just crazy. Um, Daryl Jackson, I'm curious what you thought about him. I I really liked him like 2 years ago. And then someone hit me with something earlier this year that I stuck with me. And like once you see it, you can't unsee it. He's always the last person moving at the snap.
I will definitely say that I did not think he was a great mover. Great in a phone booth,
Yeah.
just because of his natural size, but like,
Yeah, he's a big dude.
yeah. I mean, and you don't move him either. You watch some Florida State highlights, or cut ups this year. It was like, yeah, he's controlling his block, and walking him back occasionally, but he's not getting around him very often.
Yeah, interesting. I'm glad that it's oh, oh, not this pick, Jim. Sorry. Uh wait, so yeah. Yeah. Um he's on the air and answering me. So I rule. But like we might even be able to wait longer if we can't make a deal to move up to 60 and he still hasn't come off the board, then we might be able to move to like how about a fifth? How about a
Yeah.
trade? How about a pick swap?
Yeah.
So
True.
not
Yeah.
impossible because I think we
Give
could still
give
get this
our
stuff done
fourth
pretty
for
good.
like a fifth or something. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if Hill kept falling, that would be another
Another one,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like I said, I wish we had more, always wish we had more time to
Hmm.
get together on our thoughts about these later players. Because yeah, I mean the other thing is I was just it's not even just Hill. There was another guy that I got turned on to late that would be really interesting. It's like if you guys had at least seen him for 5 minutes and you could be like, yeah, maybe. I mean, the thing is with Hill, if you're not drafting him because he's good in coverage, then there's Jaden Duggar, there's Shadrach Banks, there's Kelly. Like there's a lot of guys who can do something similar.
Yeah. That's
It's
true.
it's just a question of like if you're drafting him for coverage, because he's really good in coverage. That was my impression, but maybe the one Deontay Lawson. I mean,
good player.
Deontay Lawson's is a hell of a solid pick, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Kyle Lewis gone, Golday gone. Yeah, so we're basically now Hill is the only linebacker that was even remotely, close to the top.
Right.
That is still available. So yeah, I really liked him. I had him. I wasn't I wasn't like running to the podium for him compared to Sonny Styles or what's his name, Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
But Anthony Hill is a smoother mover than Rodriguez. Really, really good player. Um, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, why not?
You read my mind.
So this is,
What I think I love about Hill is that he may not have the coverage chops yet, but he easily has the athletic ability to do it.
Yeah, he's he's big. You can see in this one, he's sort of flat-footed in zone.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes him an extra step to get there. But when he got there, he like fucking nailed the guy.
Right.
So points for that. It's like just when you're about to give him a demerit for how he moves, then he like kills someone, right? So yeah. And I like that he hits people and they go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he's probably closer to what we have in Patrick Queen. That's sort of how I feel about him. But yeah, I love that he's a guys go backwards. You're not going to find that in every linebacker, even big ones. There's the blitz. See how he's got like really Grayson Halton just went good 3 tech that we didn't want right now. So that's good. Yeah, he's sort of more of a choppy step.
Yeah.
I would say it's wasted motion running. He doesn't just like explode, glide, but he's fast enough. It's probably because he's big. Bigger guys don't ever look like they're moving that fast unless they're freaks. But you see here, this is dropping. You look at this from the beginning of the play.
Right.
Because this is dropping in coverage like what I was talking about. This to me is the rarer thing. So he's hanging out in zone, but he gets, instead of covering grass, he backs up into the area where receivers are. Like that's good feel for zone. So you watch him this year. You go,
I was about to say this is going to be a great view of it. Yeah.
Yeah, the way he had, you know there's nobody in front of you. That means there's somebody behind you. That's what I always tell people. And it's like, yeah, you're reading.
Well, he's
maybe
reading
it was
the
a step
QB's
slow to
eyes.
get there, but good enough. Yeah, the downhill part and making plays and tackles for loss, like that part I can see. It's just that as you can even just tell from this tape, though, there aren't that many where he's going backwards in coverage. It wasn't asked to do that a ton. Same with Golday. Golday is like some of the same stuff as Hill, but then more blitz, more downhill, edge rushing, more actual pass rushing instead of blitzing, like on the edge. But see, this is like
that's such an athletic play.
Yeah, this is like, and he gets out to the flat and gets off of his guy. Oh no, that is his guy, but still played the ball instead of worried about his guy getting behind him. So yeah, maybe that's maybe that's really what we should be thinking about doing.
He's a really trait, linebacker.
All right,
he's got a lot of what we like.
Okay, so let's pause that for a second. There was a guy. Well, Carson Scherer, did you ever look at him? I sent his name to you.
Yeah, I ended up taking him in DAT. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to come and be a starter, but there was another guy. Oh yeah, Eric Hunter.
Ooh, I have not seen him yet. So.
I haven't either, but I heard that. I mean, first of all, there's just not many dudes who it's going to be hard to find anything for Eric Hunter because of where he played. Derek Moore gone. There's another sort of guy. Yeah, this is from last year, but I love that he wears 40. It's very Gale Sayers. Okay, we love the hype videos, but I want to see you play, son.
Right.
Yeah, the description is, flies to the football and also tested great for, especially for an HBCU player. They don't usually, a lot of times they're like a step slow or a couple steps slow sometimes. But okay, this is not helping us. Oh, we picked up a loose ball in the end zone that nobody else realized was a free ball, and then took it back to midfield. Yeah. You know, at least somewhat athletic anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we're in range to move up for somebody.
Yeah, we are. We're getting there.
So your words are starting to stick with me though, that like finding a nickel, as much as I like Keontae Scott, and because it's not just he can play nickel, it's like if we draft him, then we don't have to really worry about drafting a second corner.
True.
Yeah, everything is sort of like downhill.
Stukes just
Oh,
went.
here we Yeah. Well, see, there you go. So now Pons and Stukes went. That means he's coming soon. So we should decide. Um, yeah, I'm not really. I mean, it's
I mean, neither Hill or Scott are going to get to 76. So
I would certainly doubt it. Is it worth giving up a pick because we're in range now? Let's just try to ask Denver right away.
yeah, very say let's just put out some feelers, seeing what they'd want.
Any interest in moving down from this pick to 76? Question mark. We'll give you a fourth. Give you a fourth. But then the question is, like I said, my question for Corey then is which one? That's a tough call.
Yeah, it's texting.
If we find a trading partner to trade up, Keontae Scott or Anthony Hill? Question mark. I think we can get a nickel corner later. As much as I like Scott, that linebacker thing is really kind of scaring me.
Yeah.
As much as I love Scott, I think we can get a corner later. The linebacker situation is kind of scaring me. We're at pick 61 right now. I just made an offer for 62. You let me know what he says. I'm going over to Twitter.
Okay.
There's times like this, I wish I could pause the freaking draft.
Right.
Text Jolene. Jolene.
How was
Hey, I sent a message to your co-GM. Interested in moving out of 62 to 76? Question mark. We'll give you a fourth. And they were somebody that could use some picks. And I should put it in the regular chat as well.
Yeah, I will say this. If we were to trade up for Scott, we wouldn't need to take Bud Clark.
Really? I don't really, because Bud Clark is to me the free safety. You're not. That's the thing we don't have. But
Yeah, I, I don't know. I guess
I think I
it'd
would
be
trade up. I think I'm thinking we would trade up for Anthony Hill right now. What do you think?
okay. No, I think you're right. Hill's probably the better idea for a trade up because I do think it falls off a bit until some of the later round guys we like. Like I think there's a lot of like good solid linebackers like in rounds 3 and 4, that they're all about the same. Lawson, York,
Yeah.
several of those types of guys where it's like, yeah, they're all good players.
You. I'm just saying. Do you think Lawson is significantly worse than Hill? That's what we should watch.
I don't know about significantly. Um, I will say this: Lawson has a lot of reps actually dropping into coverage.
Maybe that's better than I knew. Early in the process, I had him higher. Well, there you go.
So like he gets his hand on the balls
First
there.
highlight. That's a Corey question. Yeah, I mean maybe we're making a mess of it by moving up, and we really don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
But Keontae Scott, like if somebody said yes, you know, um, how do you feel about Deontay Lawson? Question mark. Because he might actually do more in coverage and be available at 73 without trading up. I think there's Alabama player fatigue, like prospect fatigue.
Ty Simpson
Ty
just went.
Simpson, you go Rams.
I'll tell you what, though, that's not like a terrible pick in round 2 for them to say,
No,
let's
no,
sit
it
him.
definitely isn't. But I'm just laughing though, because thank God we don't have to consider taking him.
Yeah, I don't think we were ever. No.
Yeah, it's like Deontay Lawson making a lot of plays in coverage. Gotta
Yeah.
say.
So the way he was described to me initially was like he is this former 5-star linebacker that has actually been very good throughout his Alabama career, but he's never been like the mega star that like people thought he would be,
Yeah. Thank
But
you for taking Jadarian Price. That was
yeah,
their target. I'm betting on in the trade up, Denver.
yeah. But yeah, honestly, I'd be very good with Lawson too, just because he does it all.
So we could do you know, Lawson or Scott at 73 or 76 rather.
Yeah.
And then Bud Clark at 85.
Yeah, boy, we're not that far off anymore. So yeah.
No, we're sure not. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the. Let me just double check that we haven't gotten too lost. But yeah, I remember watching these highlights at one time and thinking that he's a really good linebacker. Like, why don't people like him more?
The one thing I will also say about Lawson when I was looking at him, he actually has very good hips for a linebacker. He
Mm-hmm.
he drops incredibly well.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. To me, I want to see the guy play backwards. Good linebackers at college can all come downhill and make plays.
Right.
I like when that thing about Anthony Hill where he stops dudes cold in their tracks is great for a downhill guy, but it's like if he's not really focused on hips, his hips going backwards, you can tell he isn't Anthony Hill because he's like I said, he looks a little bit late to move, even though he's got good, ball skills and whatever. I think maybe I'd be.
Well, Anthony Hill just went to the Falcons, so you
There we
can
go.
take him off the board.
All right. So now
I think we're standing pat.
so we're Deontay Lawson or Keontae Scott, and then we figure out what to do after that. I guess Bud Clark is the next one.
Yeah, that'd be a solid strategy for the moment.
All right, and Deontay Lawson is in that next two. So Lawson,
He's right there. You had him.
yeah, no, but I just meant I think I have him here too.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, so he's expected to go later. He's 129th player on the board. The highest he's been picked is 89.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I think there's definitely room there. Let me clean this board up a little bit while you pay attention there.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Corey know Hill went to the Dirty Birds.
Okay, Kilgore's not gone yet, though, right?
No. Mm-mm.
No, it was Stukes that went, right?
Yeah, it was Stukes that's gone.
Yeah, freaking Kilgore, another really good choice for nickel. That's he's still there. He's gone. Did Brazel go?
No, he's still there.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Chris Bell is gone. Pons is gone. Stukes is gone.
Dukes is gone.
Okay.
Lewis is gone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. To me, it's like if we somehow we miss on all of those linebackers, both those linebackers. I mean, if we miss on Lawson, then I think we're going to start looking at like Jayshawn Barham or the Jack Kelly's of the world, right? So
yeah, later round guys, yeah.
Halsey's a strong safety, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like barely 6 feet tall. Tell you what, he's a rock solid player though. Like he is built extremely well and is pretty damn good in coverage.
I don't know. What do you think about that lineup? Am I missing somebody from your list? Let me see what you had.
Dennis Sutton just went.
Nice.
I really like him. I think he's going to be a really good pro.
Let's do with that sheet that had the. Too many sheets, too many spreadsheets.
Right.
Yeah, the one that had your the guys you liked on. Oh, that was the value board. Okay, so just looking at names here. See who's left. Hunter.
Brazel's still available. That's it. And we took Rutledge. So
Old day gone.
yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. I got
Lewis
the
is
impression that
gone.
Corey wasn't super high on Crownover.
Yeah. Okay.
Not to say he was down on him, but I think he just didn't think he was like he said he was solid. And that's Corey's code for like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys really like Naiwu. Um, I just not sure I think he's a plus center. He's a really good center. And I'm in the farther away from there he plays it. I don't think he's like super explosive and he's not super good mover.
You
But he's
talking
like
about
one of those guys like stand there and like pass protect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like a wall.
Someone's trading up to Arizona's spot here.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. I haven't looked at the main board to tell you who's. Let's see. Let's figure it out.
You can take a lot of these guys off now. Yeah. Dolphins traded up for Chris Brazel.
Yeah, good for you.
About damn
Finally.
time. About damn time.
It's like he just realized, oh shit, we didn't draft any wide receivers.
Yeah. Shit. Keontae Scott went to the Titans.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bit of a pipe dream.
Yeah. I almost said a second ago, we should just like offer some absurd pick swap, our fourth for someone's seventh or something.
Yeah. Well, I did.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that dream's gone.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, like I said, wanted him, but I think that's
Mm-hmm.
irreplaceable. Okay. All right. Next. Um, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 before us now. Yeah, I'm still cleaning up this board here. 1 second. Sorry, I keep putting that down so I can see what's at the bottom of the screen. Cisse is gone, right?
Yep.
Colton Hood, Price,
Yep.
Brazel. You guys are all gone. Rutledge went to us.
Yep.
Johnson
Rutledge and
gone.
Johnson are both gone.
So that means right now the top of the board is really thinned out. It's basically, I mean, unless you're going to reach for Xavier Harris,
Mm.
it's Abney corners, the next corner probably. AJ Halsey. Oscar Delp might go somewhere here. These three are all gone. Jude Bowery. Ted Hurst is gone. Scott is gone.
Golday's gone.
Thank you.
Yep.
R. Mason Thomas gone.
Yep.
Kilgore's still on the board. Okay, so
Yep. Stukes is
Dukes is
gone.
gone.
Lewis is gone. I think you might be fairly updated after that.
Yeah, pretty close. Derek Moore.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Sutton's gone.
Yeah, that gets us pretty close to Bud Clark territory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's put it this way: they're starting to come off.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's either Bud Clock or Lawson, and if their next pick.
Well, I think Lawson can wait, but Stukes would
Or
like
yeah,
getting that.
Lawson. Yeah, I just meant he's on our board here.
Yeah, getting the nickel. Yeah, Scott's gone. And Brazel's gone.
Yeah, Brazel just got taken. Halsey just went to the Raiders.
Okay. Yeah, he said I figured he'd be the next one off.
Mhm.
So that makes sense.
Will the Eagles take Xavier Harris? Oh,
Hey, not a bad idea. Um, all right, so we're I don't know. I'll be right back.
no good.
But let's I don't know. You think about that. You think about what the rest of our top board should look like.
Yeah.
Probably includes an offensive tackle or another nickel.
Okay. Let's see here.
Did you see the? Are you a Led Zeppelin fan at all?
I mean, sort of.
Oh, there goes Abney. Yeah, I just I'm kind of really into Led Zeppelin, but I saw Robert Plant is on tour right now. I got to be pushing 80. And they're doing like reinvented sort of stripped down versions of Led Zeppelin songs.
Huh.
They played on the Late Show last night. It's absolutely amazing. I'm like that, just so in fear when they go like somebody that from way back opens their mouth to sing, and you're just like, is it going to be like shitty, and I'm going to feel bad? And instead, it was like, holy hell, like he sounds great. The whole thing, the whole vibe of the whole thing was great. It's still they did Ramble On and was still it totally rocked, even though it was stripped down with acoustic instruments and stuff. So it was a little bit like MTV Unplugged kind of deal, but I highly recommend. Okay, so Corey said
What did he text
he's
back?
liking one of those top two, Kilgore or Bud Clark. Yeah, Lewis is gone. But yeah, I kind of think he's right.
Yeah. Hope get Lawson at 85. I was looking at your
Wait, hang on a second. What's the offensive tackle from Northwestern?
Tiernan.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. You were looking at what? Here's Delp. My when people don't go off totally crazy with like their draft crushes, that chart's pretty much my prediction chart is pretty good. Seems like I don't know so far anyway. I'll see. It's good this round. Delp. Uh, Max Clare. There's one that's sort of off the map a little bit.
Connor Lew to the Commanders. Okay with that.
Yeah, works for me.
I was looking at your thing, this NFL mock draft database thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kilgore, they have him at 94.
Okay.
Um, so a lot of the guys we're looking at are, in this third round range.
Yeah. It just like I said, the difference is I've been looking at what they're doing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it takes mock draft database a little while to catch up.
Yeah.
Not to say it can't, but that's why I say like I think
Gotcha.
his real number is more like 71. But I'd be okay with taking Clark and being done with it, and then we can play with house money a little bit. But I'm also okay with taking Kilgore first if you think it's a safer bet and you really want to get him. So
My
like
apologies.
I don't know. I feel like the next couple of picks are going to sort of lead us into what we should do.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, there are actually quite a few tackles still on the board that I like pretty good. Corey's answer was Caden Bennett played tackle before and could back up.
True.
I'm just thinking who is going to be your swing tackle on game days. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I was looking at kind of my list or whatever here of just not the list I sent you, but just the guys I like or whatever. I'm still a big Drew Shelton guy. Like I
Yeah,
think
me
he can
too.
definitely play right tackle at a minimum.
Mm-hmm. I just
So
need
if you
somebody
want to
that can
get
be a swing tackle on
right,
game day, and if there's a complete disaster, could be a spot starter for you.
right.
That's the main thing. But I'm also like I'm game. I got a couple of guys that are more like you know uh, drafting the guy that has the job now, whatever his name is. Sorry, I can't remember. So much draft talk. There's this the Steelers uh, left tackle that started the last few games. Come on, Jeremy. Dylan Cook.
Cook. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm all for like a drafting a Dylan Cook type later because I think there are some that, like I said, there's that kid from Weber State was impressive. Well, I'm killing time.
All right. I think it's Gavin Ortega.
Is it?
I thought that's what I thought you said earlier.
Oh, okay. And actually, the kid from Robert Morris is another one that was interesting. Actually, that Riley Mallman from Wisconsin, that would be probably the guy. Now this is, yeah, was it Gavin Ortega?
Maybe I had it wrong. Was it Evan Ortega?
It was.
There's too many names.
Gavin Ortega. You nailed it. Yeah, I think you just have to watch Weaver State games. I was just trying to look for something quick. But what was the other one I just thought of? Oh, Tiernan. I mean, not Tiernan. Riley Mallman. This is an interesting one.
Oh yeah, I've
Wisconsin,
seen this guy play.
Yeah, Wisconsin, which is a good school.
Ooh, Zachariah Branch off the board to the
so okay. Just check it out. He's the right tackle here. 71.
Yeah.
And to me, he's going to be sixth or seventh round. Okay, with a starting guard, immediate starting guard already on the table, I think you're just looking for some insurance at swing tackle.
Well, what I like about Malman is he gets out of his stance pretty well.
Well, not only that, he had, I believe, the best short shuttle time of any tackle in the class.
Really?
Yeah, it was dope. Here, hang on. What did I do? Okay, sorry. Yeah, this and it's like he's, granted, I think LT Overton is like absolutely terrible as an edge.
Yeah,
but
I came to that conclusion as well.
The other guy, this is their faster guy, pass rusher, no problem getting the speed to the outside, really good feet. And then this is Overton, I think.
Yeah, Overton's like 20 something. Yeah, then his number is like 22 or something, I think. Because I watched him for late draft team stuff, and
yeah. No, I think Malman is like, he's a really good mover. And the question I had watching it was like, is he going to be able to stand up? But he stones these Alabama guys who are like 4 and 5 stars. Even if
I've watched this exact clip before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you see what I mean. Like, I'm sure you could see him against, a different one against a speed rusher or whatever. But I feel like in terms of being able to like do everything he needs to do footwork wise for in the run game as a tackle and maybe even a guard someday, but he holds up pretty well on the outside. Let me see. 2017. Yeah, I don't think.
That's very say. Oh man,
not that old. Jesus.
Yeah, shit.
No, it's no good.
Just do Wisconsin offense 2025. I actually started to find a lot of tape that way. If you just
okay, I love that one. No, so Wisconsin offense 2025.
Yep. You'll start to see, yep. So there's like Ohio State, there's Indiana, there's
These are
Iowa.
full games. I mean, yeah, if I have to.
Oh yeah, I just meant that's how I started like trying to find some of these guys where it's like, okay, here's a name, but I've got to like
Okay,
go.
so Ohio State's a good one. That's a good test. And they have the ball for 71. Is he still on the right side? That is not him.
Uh,
Yo, he's playing left tackle.
yeah, I was about to say he played left tackle too. So
That's against Reese, but it was the play was going the other direction. But yeah, this is gonna tell you something.
So, Will, if I'm correct, I actually think he started all of their games at left tackle in 2025.
Well, that last game, the cut up that we watched was from 2025. I thought.
It was 24.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Oh, I could see making that a priority. I'm just curious if like I sent it to Corey, and I
Yeah.
wondered.
You get back.
Yeah, not yet.
My phone is doing this weird thing where like I don't see the texts come up. I don't know what it is.
If your internet connection is poor, sometimes the ones I sent as a like from my computer might take longer to get to you.
Hmm.
It's usually how that works. Bryce Lance off the board to the Bills at 73. Jim said in the thread today that he traded up for San Francisco just so he could get ahead of Buffalo and draft Casey Concepcion because he didn't want the Bills to draft him. Like that's solid. That is some next degree evil. I'm just gonna fuck with my hometown team's GMs because I know that they're interested in some guy I don't want. That's funny. Okay, here we go. Jeremy Bernard, that's a good pick for the Chiefs. That's an
Oh, that's a
excellent pick.
great pick this late. Kamari Ramsey off the board.
Okay, so this is once again, this is Arvell Reese, and maybe he was holding him. I don't know, but right there. Oh no, that wasn't Reese. That was
That's Kenyatta Jackson.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, but he had his arm around his back. Kamari Ramsey, good for you. Oh, we're up.
Hey, we're up. Yeah. Just very say, hey, it's our turn to pick.
Okay, so we don't think we're taking the tackle here because I'm starting to get into Riley Malman.
Yeah, I like that too. I think we can wait for Malman.
Okay, so what are we doing? For the next three picks, Kilgore, Clark, and
Lawson.
Lawson in that order, or do you think we should take Bud Clark first? I think we should take Bud Clark first because we can get another nickel if we need it.
As Barry say, if we are really sold on free safety being a need, let's get the guy we really like.
I am. Are you?
I love Bud Clark. I loved him back in 2024.
Okay, good. We just did it.
Yeah, Barry say, let's go for it.
Boom. All right, virtual high five, man. Ban.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we got our guy. We didn't get sniped. We picked him a pick early. We picked him a pick early, like whatever. But yeah, but I like this plan. Kilgore, and then Lawson, and then we're sort of free to fly a little bit.
Well, so I would probably pick Lawson ahead of Kilgore.
Yeah, because I mean, it's because it's riskier to wait. You mean?
Yeah, I think it's riskier. I think there's a greater chance a linebacker doesn't make it to 95 than another nickel.
Yeah, nobody likes him though.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like I like him, but yeah, most people don't like him. He seems like a very Steelers pick, actually. Let me tell you where he went in the recent drafts with these people. Let's see. All right, so in the X draft, meaning on the online, with many of the same GMs that are in this group, 169. The SteelerFury draft picked him the highest, 89. And I think that was Drama, who's like, if you play for Alabama or Georgia, he'll pick you no matter what. And then in draft a team, he went 132. I'm sorry, draft a team, he went 222.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's
Maybe you're
89
right.
on.
We can afford to wait on him then.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said 89. That wasn't him. That was Eric McAllister. Right. So let me start over again. In the X draft, he went 130. SteelerFury draft, he went 211.
It's a
130.
good thing we took Bud Clark because the Key Wheatley went off the pick 2 picks later. So
Smart.
yeah, good call.
Deontay Lawson on NFL.com, like Lance Zerling, 113.
Okay.
Um, Mock draft database, it's 100. PFN 89, and the drafted team 222. And now listen
Okay.
to the other one.
Kilgore.
Yeah, but like I think we can get. There are corners later that would be really good anyway. They wouldn't be as good as Kilgore or Scott, but they'd be really good.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm thinking. And also the thing is about getting a tackle even in round 4 is like it feels like there's so many good ones still on the board right now. Oh.
Tiernan went. No, Keenan went. Excuse me.
Now that is just silly. Scott Karasik has probably the most. He and Dallas in this draft have the most unique boards. Also, the guy who picked Jacob Rodriguez is another one. Those three have their boards don't really match consensus at all.
Okay.
So that's something to bear in mind. It's STD. It's like drafting with STD. You got guys that nobody else has as high. He lives in Atlanta, so
so he's back.
a lot of SEC football
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Malachi Fields went.
But I'd be like Tim Keenan is like offers absolutely zero as a pass rusher. I mean, like nothing.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
What were we looking for?
Trigg went off the board.
Which team did he go to?
Jacksonville.
And I really soured on Dalen Everett when I got to watch him more.
Yeah.
Sometimes just like feels lost. Like the ball, like his ability to play the ball in the air in the middle of the field was just like, what are you looking at right now? Like, I don't know. It comes at you. Life comes at you fast. Where are you? Kilgore.
He's higher.
I guess I could have searched. No.
Yeah, he's like row.
Oops.
Right there. Excuse me.
Yeah, Trigg to Jacksonville. All right. When they get a quarterback, that'll be very helpful. All right. Kilgore. Oh, there. Okay. So Kilgore. I feel like I have to keep checking the clock because we're almost up again. Kilgore, 74 in drafted team was his best. On the X draft, which is similar people, 88.
Okay.
75 in the SteelerFury draft, 49.
Wow.
On that's Zerling's. So, I mean, I'm kind of thinking if you're trying to get both, that's probably the way to go.
Okay.
But yeah,
Tony Williams just went to
yeah,
Minnesota.
it's a risk. I think there'll be some other linebackers that go before him. Like here, let's take a look at the linebackers that are ranked ahead of him right now. In this hot sheet. Terry and York. Tori and York. That's one. No, he's the only one before Lawson. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm starting to think maybe you're right that we shouldn't fuck around.
I mean, I think we're getting a good player no matter what we do.
Yeah. Name 3 nickels available on day 3 that you think could be the Steelers nickel this year or next year.
Hold on, let me go to my list.
I could just do it off the top of my head.
Devon Boykin, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yep. Big fan of, I think he can really translate, especially since he tested extremely well. Trying to think. Need my list. Hold on. Excuse me. God. Okay. Jadon Kennedy, Oregon.
Yep. That would be on my list as well.
Yep.
While you're looking, here's what I would say. Chandler Rivers, Canada, Theron Johnson.
Yeah, I was very safe. Theron Johnson.
Toriano Pride might be my favorite out of that bunch. And then you have like Josh Moten with all his picks and stuff, and Devon Marshall. I think there's some dudes. That's like, that's super late. That's like Chandler Rivers and Kennedy, maybe like you got to get with your, one of your 4th round picks, but the others are 6 and 7s.
Well, then here's a question for you because I know you're very high in him. Do you think Jalen Husky could play nickel?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's another guy.
Okay.
And he's a bigger guy too.
Yeah. No, I dig it. And he could also play all over, much like, actually, that's a really good point. He could play all over the place. All right. So let's see what Corey thinks, but we're going to tell him that we're zeroed in now. How many picks to go? 1, 2 before us, right?
Yeah, Panthers and Packers, and
we
then
got Clark. We are now zeroing in on Lawson because right now he's the 2nd linebacker left on the best available board or the consensus board, period. We're thinking about nickels that we can get later. Have some good names to discuss with you when you can. And in a minute, we'll start thinking about what to do with pick 99, exclamation point. As long as you're cool with all that. Okay. All right, let's go back to our plans. Best laid plans. All right, so I was thinking about getting Bud Clark, a tackle, and a nickel. Go guard, tackle, nickel, and offensive line. Remember, that's what I was like we should get. But we're talking about getting a linebacker instead, which is fine. And we're talking about a tackle later. Right?
Yeah.
Talking about nickel later, and we got our guard. So this pick is a little bit up for grabs for BPA. Maybe we should just like see who's there.
I agree. I mean, that's kind of fun of having this many picks, you know?
Um, exactly. Where's the fun in having seven picks? I think I had five one year. It was just the
Oh
worst.
my God.
Uh,
Yikes.
let's see. I traded. That was the year I traded somebody that got traded. Like I traded. I made a trade during the draft, and everybody was like, "That's such bullshit." And then it got traded for the same later. Oh, it
No,
was.
that's funny.
I think it was. Well, I know I traded Faneca, and he retired like a month after that.
Oh.
And then I traded. Who was the other guy I traded? I just had a feeling that they were going to move him or whatever, and so I traded him anyway. And that was one of the years I had no picks, I think. Okay, if you're not going anywhere when our last pick is done, um, I I think we should kind of go over some of these later players and watch some film together.
Sure.
That's riveting television. No, it's actually interesting, I'm sure, for people to see how we watch them, but especially just in this condensed format of like we're not pulling all 22 from three games for everybody. We're just kind of trying to reestablish how we feel about them compared to one another or whatever. Um, all right, so
Bo
Bo Stevens,
Stevens.
thank you, man. Horrible at the Senior Bowl. I
I,
hope
I, yeah, I don't like him.
I hope he's a better player in real life than he was down there. Maybe that just wasn't the scene for him. But yeah, that was not good. All right, so Green Bay needs to take something else. What did Green Bay draft needs?
They could use a linebacker.
Not bad.
They let Quay
What was
Walker.
the last pick that they took in front of us? Oh, Cisse.
Yeah.
Uh, a nose tackle, offensive line depth, and cornerback.
Maybe they signed someone at linebacker. I can't remember.
Edge rusher, running back. These are their needs, according to this, anyway.
Yeah. Packer.
So wait, they take before us? Oh, a cornerback. Yeah, so it fits. Um, I'm not sure what nose tackle you would take here. So that's a little bit not good. Uh, I could see this being offensive line for them. It's a good spot for offensive line or
Interesting.
edge. There might be like a Joshua Josephs, somebody like that.
Yeah, Romello Height would actually be a nice
Oh
little
yeah,
pick for
another
them.
one. Yep, another one exactly. Okay.
Yeah, this is interesting. So Quay Walker went and got a deal with the Raiders. I know that, but I don't see anyone coming in to replace him unless the Packers already have.
Already had the replacement. Yeah, what's their depth chart look like?
Yeah, I'm looking up now. Let's see here. Oh, they did just trade for Zaire Franklin.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that'll
he's solid, but
that'll work.
uh Franklin. Oh, they have Edrin Cooper,
Oh yeah,
Tyron Hopper, who they drafted.
but you say Caleb Tiernan went right?
No, so I was wrong about that. My
Oh,
bad.
by the way, Trey Zune,
Ooh,
great pick for them.
yeah, and we are now officially on the clock.
He could play five positions. We were picking Deontay Lawson, right?
Yep,
Did I spell that right?
I think it's Dontae.
Yeah, Dio Ante. I'm really happy about that pick. Actually, because it's also a very Steelers pick.
Lawson, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bigger school with
So
production,
high multiples. 4 or 5 star recruit.
right?
Played in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Veteran starter, captain.
Yeah.
It's like he has everything. They don't give a shit about your workout or what
Mm-hmm.
other teams think of you or anything else. They're just like fucking run to the podium.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm guessing here is we're still going to think about Kilgore if he's available at 99, or are we going to just add him to a mixture of people? What do you think? I don't know. I
Yeah.
I get the impression that you like him, but maybe not that much more than other people.
Oh, I like him. Don't get me wrong. I just really felt like there's a bunch of nickels in this draft. So, but we're at the point where we're at BPA. You know, we've gotten our linebacker, we've gotten our guard, we've gotten our wide receiver, and we've got a safety too.
So
So
wait,
we feel like we've hit our
we
kind
did,
of our
but we didn't
core
get a
needs.
defensive tackle, right?
Huh?
We didn't get a defensive tackle, right?
No, but we knew once the first 4 or 5 were gone that we were gonna wait. You know.
Yeah, I do like the. I know he was a big tester and everybody's like into him because of that. But Jordan Vanderberg from Georgia Tech,
Mm-hmm.
did you watch him at all?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. He's a good player.
I thought him and McClellan like would be the cats, but that feels fourth roundy to me.
Yeah, he's a little Chris Hokish, you know.
Yeah, but that to me is I like it. But
Oh yeah, I mean
he
that's
made a
great
ton of
for a backup
plays. He
tackle.
was very difficult. He got off blocks. That's the thing I would say about him. And Capehart is like another big dude, that does some of the same stuff. Chris McCollum's more of a penetrator, but I get the feeling that those three names should be in our mix. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to think who would be. Well, let's look at the main list and see who's available. And I guess I'm going to ask you for now 24 hours later. 24 hours later, and knowing that the Steelers met with Taylor Green, you feeling any more like we should be thinking about Taylor Green? I would say next pick.
Yeah, I was about to say if we wanted to go swing for the fences with one of our fourth round picks, it's not like the worst thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's one of the two fourths would be the pick to use on him.
Caleb Tiernan just went the Northwestern guy, so
Yeah, that guy's actually, for all the crap we gave him about not having any wide receivers, he's having a good draft. The guys he picked are
yeah.
good. It's just like he picked those two defensive guys, and now wide receiver traded up for a wide receiver and took one of my favorite tackle prospects. So that's all right. And the other thing about Tiernan is he could play guard too. So
Yeah.
if you're just looking for the best five, he's a good guy. All right. So did Abney go? I missed that one. If he did,
I'm pretty sure he
yeah,
went.
there he is. I see him. Okay, Abney's gone. So Jude Bowery right now is my number one remaining on the board.
I yeah.
I know
Okay.
you like him, but do you agree with Corey that he's pretty much left tackle only?
I mean, if we're looking for a swing tackle, I mean, I'm sure he can play some right tackle if needed.
Yeah.
Um, if you can play left, you can play right.
I
In my
mean, do you
opinion,
like him at 99 more than Tiernan in like the sixth round?
the who in the sixth round?
Tiernan, the guy we were just looking at from Wisconsin. Like in other words,
Oh, Malman.
oh Malvin, I'm sorry. That's when
Okay.
I say Tierman. I'm complain. I'm looking at Caleb Tiernan's name.
No, I don't. I wouldn't say I like him a lot more than Malman. No.
Yeah, we're just saying for the value, maybe I like
Yeah.
him a little bit more, but not that much more. Um, yeah, and then Malachi Fields. Fuck, I wish Malachi Fields had never gone to Notre Dame. If he either ran 4.59 or hadn't gone to Notre Dame, he would have gone at least a round earlier. He was really good at Virginia. I thought did a lot more stuff. I think the quarterback play in Notre Dame was terrible.
Yeah, I don't get how Notre Dame can't get a good quarterback. Like for all of the great things they do, how do they continue to screw that up?
Yeah, I don't know. Um, okay, yeah, still some good wide receivers here. Not top tier, but Jacoby Lane and Elijah Surratt, Malachi Fields. That's a nice group to choose from.
Out of curiosity, what's your opinion on Skylar Bell?
Uh, I like what he does, except for that kind of slot only guy, a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
He's 23 going on 24.
Yeah, I was just more curious. He's a guy that got some like
Yeah,
hype earlier, but not near as much anything
I think
now.
he's pretty good. I would compare him to um, Curtis Allen from Cincinnati. We'll watch some Curtis. We'll watch the two of them together when we get a second here.
Okay.
But so there's similar roles, right? And like I would describe Skylar Bell as methodical and a pro, like how he's works the route running and stuff. But Curtis Allen is not guardable on it. If it's really a two-way go, like those drills where they do it's like just cornerback and defensive back, and it's like he can go anywhere he wants to go. There was nobody that could cover him. He has stupid quicks and really good hands, and it's like he's going to be available in the seventh. He'll be available with our first
Gotcha.
seventh round pick at the absolute worst, and and Skylar Bell's going to go pretty soon.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
I
think
right.
that's how I saw them.
Gotcha. I need a second. Just one moment.
Yeah. Caleb Douglas. Wow, that is early for that.
Wow, that is really.
It feels very early. Maury Ramsey's gone. Jeremy Bernard. Oh boy, Jeremy. Somebody took LT Overton. Oh boy. Oh, I see. That was an admin pick. That's why. That's cold. That's cold blooded.
Okay.
The admin pick was LT Overton. You're not going to be here for the draft. We got you.
Yeah,
Oh, Tacario Davis. There's somebody I really like. But
that's a
at
good
90,
player.
that's another Dolphins defensive player. But yeah, I liked him for a couple years now.
Yeah, he had a down 24 with the scheme change, but then in 25 they went back to what he was doing really good, and boy, he was right back to where he was.
Sam Roush go? I don't think so, right?
He did go.
Roush did.
Yeah,
Okay. Dominique Orange.
big citrus.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I kind of feel like
Shit, Kilgore just went.
yeah,
Oh,
that's okay. Like I said, we had a backup plan. We knew it was a risk.
I
Oh, and
know.
had I realized that Dallas was in between us and 99, I could have
Yeah,
predicted that.
yeah.
I just thought about it. It's fine. I like him. I think he would have been a really versatile player, but you sold me on the idea of maybe Jalen Husky. So I'm a little bit more worried about like what we should do with this next pick. Um, just looking at what's available. Basically, here's the best available: Xavier Harris,
I was
Jude
about to
Bowery.
say, do we take a swing on big old Xavier
Did
Harris?
Zachariah Branch go?
Yep, he's gone.
Okay. Um, Malachi Fields, Cole Payton, Elijah Surratt, Skylar Bell. That's 6. Emmett Johnson, 7. Jacoby Lane is 8. Julian Neal 9. Jashawn Barham is 10. Dalen Everett, 11. Drew Shelton, 12. Genesis Smith, 13. Barber, 14. Lucas, 15. Uh, Igbinosin, 16. Hecht, 17.
Can
My
he?
question. Say again?
Well, never mind. We already have our guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Washington, 18. Cronover, 19. And Taylor Green would be the 20th on the board. And here's the thing. There's 20 picks after us before our next pick. So if there's not an obvious pick among those names I just gave you, maybe it's Taylor Green.
Who just tried to take Caleb Proctor again?
No. That's the defensive lineman
Oh,
Corey played.
yeah. Okay. I was very say, no, guys. He went in round 1.
Yeah. No, I got them mixed up all draft season.
I was about to say that's crazy how they have the same name. Now, obviously, one's Caden and one's Caleb, but if you're not looking close enough, like I
Yeah.
was, you're thinking
It's funny, right?
he already got taken.
Yeah. Caden Proctor and Caleb Proctor. Yeah. And it's both K's. It really is
Yeah,
very
that's what
confusing.
threw me off.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, hmm. I almost feel like trade down is the thing, isn't it?
I mean, maybe. I mean,
I'm gonna keep looking.
how many picks do we want to have tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, nothing but time, and we could pull out between the after you do draft a team, like we could pull out 15 players to draft if we
we,
needed.
we definitely could. Don't get me wrong. But
But yeah, just looking at this, like, okay, once again, look at the names that aren't in gray. It's like, did you want to take a chance on Xavier Harris's character? Now would be the time. Yeah, what you
I
got?
will say this: if well, no, I know we like. Yeah, no, never mind. We're thinking Malman later. So,
Yeah.
like, are there any wide receivers here that we think, man, these guys are better than some of the guys later that want to
Deshaun
like?
Stribling, but or Jacoby Lane. But I think I would say it the other way. There are wide receivers later who'd
Yeah,
be
sure.
perfectly good to add to the mix. I really think so. I think Stribling was one that I'd pound the table for, but there are at least 5 others that would be great.
Mhm.
And there's still these wide receivers are hanging out now. Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, Jay-Sean Barham just went 95.
Okay.
Randall. Do you remember? You know who Randall is? He drafted with us and drafted team the last 2 years. And he
Yeah.
also drafted in the regular draft. He's one of the people that I know from Jim's channel. But Randall is one of my favorites there, actually. But
Yeah, dude pissed me off a few times in DAT, so I know him well. I was
he's an
like,
Arkansas
shoot.
fan. He's an Arkansas fan. So anyway, he said that he might join us. He might come visit tomorrow on our pod. But
Oh,
he said that he thinks we're having a very good draft so far.
no, okay. Well,
So good for him.
nice to hear that. Ooh, Mike Washington to Seattle. That's a good pick considering they lost Walker. They need someone to help tote the ball. So, like, are there any like pure corners we like here or something? I'm just throwing out ideas more than anything.
Let's look at the value board for regular corners. That's this one. Julian Neal, like, don't love. Igbinosin, same thing.
Yeah,
Hezekiah Masses, a lot of good playing the football. Will Lee is somebody that
yeah,
Corey liked. Devin Moore. I
yeah,
think they might be around next round too.
yeah. It was just a thought more than anything. Just
Yeah, I
trying
know.
to throw some
Something
ideas
else
out
is
there.
sort of on the yeah, a lot of these guys, I think actually all of the edge that were supposed to go in the third round have gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Genesis Smith is still on there, but we've got our safety.
Right. And we
Um,
have like a million Genesis Smiths. So
that's I don't care for him. Yeah.
yeah, honestly, he's got a lot of hype, and I'm not
Kyle
sure.
Lewis is gone. Dominic Orange gone. Brennan Thompson, yeah, there's some speed for you, but I don't know. He's very productive, but he's like a little guy speed guy. That's a weird
Yeah,
combo.
Tom isn't Tom. Isn't he like 5'7"?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not frail. He's not the what's it? Not Jameson Williams. Who's the or is it Jameson Williams? Who was the one that really little plays for the Eagles?
Oh, Devonta Smith.
Yeah, he's not that small.
Yeah.
He's not that small, but he's not big. A lot of plays though. Like he made a ton of plays. Uh, Jacoby Lane, Skyler Bell, Malachi Fields. Yeah, the wide receivers. There's going to be a wide receiver run again pretty soon, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
Demetrius Crownover, we all seem to kind of like, but not love, love, love. Drew Shelton, who we all like. I don't know. I'm writing Corey.
I mean, yeah. It kind of feels like if this is like the pick to maybe take a chance on someone,
Xavier
maybe,
Harris. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
yeah, or maybe even Taylor Green. Like if we want to make sure we want to get him,
Yeah,
not like the worst idea to take him here at 99.
I'd get behind that.
Honestly, I'm surprised you hadn't mentioned it yet. I figured you would.
Well, it was, it was like I slept on it, and then I saw that article. I was just thinking to myself, like, who have the Steelers met with, right? Like, who do they see as being interested? Nick Singleton,
That's a
97.
great pick for Houston.
By the way, I picked Nick Singleton at 99 for the Steelers in a
Yeah.
draft professor's mock about 3 weeks to a month ago,
Oh, really?
and they laughed at me. Really? They said, really? I was like, well,
He's a good player,
a
dude.
really good pass catcher. And I was like, yes, he had a down year, but it's like that kid has something that the other running backs in the class don't have, or most of the other running backs don't have. Okay, one before us.
Excuse me.
Who's before us? Do they need a quarterback? They do not.
I mean, I don't think we have to worry about the Chiefs taking a QB.
I
So
mean, honestly, Xavier Harris might still be there with the following pick
it could be.
if he's fallen this far. Deontay Walker last year went 109 or something,
Yeah,
106,
he did. Yeah.
right? So look who's at 109. You motherfuckers. The Eagles are at 109. Not that I'm saying not. I mean, at some point I would take him, but I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like it seems like a lot of really bad mojo to take him,
Mm-hmm.
especially considering we've taken some like seriously good character guys so far.
Yeah, but they're gonna get him straight. That's the whole idea, right?
I guess. All right. Well, I maybe unless Corey thinks something different before we pick.
I'm fine if you guys want to take Green here.
Oh, you're fine with it? That doesn't mean you like it.
I mean, honestly, I'm always of the opinion that if you're not drafting a franchise guy in round one, you're not really that interesting to me anyway. So,
Well, would you
like,
skip drafting quarterback at all?
I wouldn't draft a quarterback at all this class. I would make this team so damn solid that the next quarterback that comes in is going to have such a good team around him.
Yeah.
You
No, I mean
know,
I'm all for that mentality. The only thing I would say about someone like Taylor Green is that you're just trying to catch lightning in a bottle. Like it could be that
mm-hmm.
that he I mean if it works out at all, he's going to be pretty freaking good. If it doesn't work
Oh,
out, you haven't lost that much. I don't know. Maybe let's look at where he's been getting picked. Did you see what Corey said?
yeah. That's why I was like, I'm honestly fine if you guys want to. Like, we're not really in love with anyone here, so like, let's go get a guy we like. And you guys love Green or whatever, and he's a great athlete, and I'm okay with it. So like, we're all on board here with like taking a player we just want here.
Yeah, like I would trade down if somebody wanted. Let me just double check.
Sure.
But I kind of feel like let me see. It's in the bin.
Ooh, Chandler Rivers just went.
Oh yeah.
Just another nickel that we were talking about. So that means we are on the clock.
Okay, I'm just looking to see. He wants to come DM me.
God, my apologies.
Somebody said you bastard for picking Bud. Um,
Who said that for picking who?
Bud Clark. That was the
Oh,
Jets.
ha, ha, ha.
Still interested in moving up. Let me just tell you what the offer was. 103 and a 2027 third for the 85th pick, but I don't know if he's still interested in 99.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Anyway, here's the thing: it doesn't do us any good in this draft, but to know
Right.
that we banked something for next year is actually that'd be pretty freaking
That
good.
that's true, honestly. And that is true.
We have how long have they been giving people? 4 minutes?
See, they have us at 9:09.
No, but
So,
that was the before.
oh yeah, they're changing it. Hold on.
No, that's me.
Oh,
Uh, I just try to figure out how long it's been since you. Well, okay, let's
been
see.
like 2 or 3 minutes since I said something about
All right.
Rivers.
If he doesn't reply, I would totally I would take 103. I don't think Taylor Green's gonna be gone by 103. Although the Raiders are there, we should just take him.
Let's just take him, dude.
I'll sleep well.
I know you both will.
we're gonna have to we're gonna have to let you win one, Jeremy. But yeah, I
I
think
think
that's
you
probably
I think you already did. I
okay. Good.
talked you into Lawson. I mean,
I actually I didn't need to be too convinced though.
yeah.
I liked him. I think that's a good. I think we did well there. And now basically, what's his name, Randall, that liked our draft before is going to love his.
Uh did you see Corey? He was like, he got Omar. And I was like, you like I was on board with Omar.
It's like you're reading our thoughts
No,
because
that's
that's what
funny.
we were just saying. Okay. All right. No more picks for tonight. In fact, there's only one more pick in the whole draft tonight.
Right.
But then we should talk about our um,
Yeah, we should see how the board kind of looks now.
right. And also the other thing about it, aside from the board, is I think now that we're in day 3,
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't even worry so much about where people are ranked. I think it's like more like who do we want,
Yeah, I agree. I
and just
agree.
try to go shit. There you go.
Devin Moore.
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah, I would have. He would have been near the top of my
He would
list.
have been like top of like if he would have been there at the next pick. That would have been like, guys, we've got a really like tradey corner here that, if healthy, could be really, really
Yeah, I
good.
know the problem with drafting a corner right now for Pittsburgh is they have a lot of guys, and I'm not really sure what they're gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
Like Devin Moore, maybe not the best corner if what you're gonna do is have those outside guys all play a lot of man-to-man coverage.
So the other thing I thought with Devin Moore though is he could easily play free safety.
Yeah.
Because he's got the hip fluidity, the speed. That there were some clips that I watched on him where I was like, that weren't. It was more like recovery stuff from him that I was like, wow, that's some really good stuff. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put the picks up here, and then you're gonna recap the draft while I go away for a minute. So our second round pick was Rutledge, right?
Yeah, it was Rutledge.
In case there's anybody. Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have looked at the broadcast to see if anybody's commenting. Yeah. Oh,
I know
somebody.
it says I crash out if we trade up for a guard.
Yeah, but we didn't trade up for a guard, right?
Nope, sure didn't.
Okay.
We stood our ground and got our guy too.
Derpy. I think that might be drama.
While you're doing that, let me go get some more water. I am like
Yeah, and
running dry
I'll fill
here.
in this. Yeah, perfect. All right. All right. Still got 7 picks to go. Oh my goodness, only 5 of 12 picks so far. Okay, I'll let Jeremy come in. When he comes in, he can talk a little bit about what he thinks about the picks in the process so far. But here's what we've done the first two nights. 121, our first round pick, Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana. Our second round pick, Keelan Rutledge from Georgia Tech. Third round pick, Bud Clark from TCU. Actually, if you'll pardon me for a second, I'm going to stop the screen share and just tell you. Um, So I just decided to recap the draft of the first two nights. Now I realize we still have 7 picks to go. We've only picked 5.
I know it's crazy. Like Pittsburgh like never has this many picks. Never.
Oh God! All right, so far in the first round, pick 21, we picked wide receiver Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana. Pick number their second pick 53 in the second round, a guard Kalen Rutledge from Georgia Tech. Third round pick 76 pick in the third round, safety Bud Clark from Texas Christian. Second third round pick at 85, linebacker Deontay Lawson from Alabama. And at the end of the third round, pick 99, picked quarterback Taylon Green, Arkansas. Tell us what you think about this process and what you what do you think about the picks and what do you think about the process?
Well, getting on my boy Omar at pick 21. We felt like we needed to get our playmaker there just because we weren't sure about how far receivers were going to fall. And then sure enough, Ted Hurst goes like the second pick. There are 2 wide receivers go off the board back to back at like the top of the second. So feel really good about making sure we got a guy there that can catch the ball and make plays, which seems like our biggest problem when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, and then getting a guard in round 2, I think we got the guy we actually really liked, Keelan Rutledge out of Georgia Tech. Really kind of fits the overall theme of our offensive line right now. It's just we're going to punch you in the face, and whether it's in pass pro or the run game, and Rutledge is very, very good in the run game. So hopefully, a guy like him could come in and compete for left guard right away. Can fall back on Spencer Anderson if we want to, but I know none of us really want to do that. And then it felt like we got a lot of solid players in round 3, especially with our 2 defensive picks. Deontay Lawson, linebacker from Alabama, former 5-star guy, good athlete. Probably never lived up to the billing, but still a very good player. What sold us on him was he drops really well in the coverage, which we don't really feel like we have linebackers that can do that and defend the run, like once one or the other, but he kind of feels like we can do both with. Bud Clark is someone Will and I have been on for like several years now. It's like I remember watching highlights of him like 2 years ago and thinking, yeah, this is going to be a good player. When he was playing strong safety and then played more free this year at TCU. So it was just like shows versatility, playmaker, makes plays on the ball. And like go look him up if you haven't before. He's a good player. And then, Taylon Green, I'll be the first to say it or whatever. Like he's got some stuff to work on, but the things that you can't coach, he has. Phenomenal athlete, good arm, actually makes some incredible plays when on the move, which is really enticing or whatever. Like he looks like a taller, kind of Lamar Jackson type of player. It's like he's at his best when he's on the move. He makes some incredible throws. He's got a cannon. His biggest challenge will just be, sitting in the pocket, diagnosing defenses, staying accurate, which is an even harder challenge when you get to the NFL. The college windows for throws are so much wider with the wide side of the field than the small boundary side of the field. So that it'll be interesting to see kind of how he does. But an incredibly talented guy. And we weren't really in love with anyone.
Incredibly talented guy. This is where I come in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Were you talking about me?
No. Yeah, sure. No, I was talking about your boy Taylon. Just, we didn't really love anyone in 99. So it's like, why not go get a guy that we're all on board with?
Yeah.
And also I mentioned, I'm the type of guy where it's like the only quarterbacks I'm drafting are in round 1, make sure he's a franchise guy. The other philosophy is let's throw a few darts. He's got incredible dart qualities.
Well, also, I think also the way the quarterbacks are evaluated for the draft is quite different now than it was 10 years ago or 15 years ago.
Oh, sure.
And, to me, he's Randall Cunningham. Like Randall Cunningham's college career was a lot like Taylor Green's. Yes, in that era, they didn't move around from schools or anything. But in terms of like, he had a lot of highlight plays, was inconsistent, struggled to like keep the starting job. Like so many things about it are similar in style, but the difference is that Cunningham landed with a staff that was like full of legendary offensive coaches, and they took that guy and were like, we can make you into not just a good quarterback, but like a great quarterback. And so I feel like that's the difference. Will that, could that happen in Pittsburgh? I don't know if it's really necessarily a situation where he could succeed with that, but I do think, he's never really had the situation like when Cam Ward went to Miami,
Hmm.
he was surrounded by at least pretty good talent. Maybe not as good as they had this year, but he had, that was the best team he had been on, and his play showed it. It turned him into a number one pick because of how he played when he was on a good team. And I'm not sure Taylor Green's ever been on a good team really like that.
Has he been at Arkansas his entire career?
No, he was at Boise State before that.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that.
And yeah, so it's like at Boise State, when he was his first year playing there, I think he was a sophomore. He had like an 80-yard run and a 75-yard touchdown throw, and just like spot starts, just like showing once in a while they put him in the game and then he would like do something spectacular. And so it kind of looked like the sky was the limit. But if you're just never that coach was not a really big fan of his. They actually chose Maddox, the quarterback that they played with the last couple of years, who I don't think is a. I mean, okay, as a college quarterback, sure, he can he's consistent and can win you some games, but that is not a great quarterback. And the coach for the coach to make that decision, I feel like it was a really sort of like lazy choice. He made the choice to take the safer player instead of the more spectacular player. And I felt like when they made the playoff last year, if they had Taylor Green as their quarterback, they at least had a puncher's chance to win that game. With Maddox, they didn't have a clue, or any no chance whatsoever. So could Taylor Green look significantly better on a good team? Maybe. Bobby Petrino has a real record with quarterbacks. Now there's a guy that's like not clueless about developing quarterbacks and whatever. And he said that Taylor Green was the guy that he wanted to come in the portal, and that when he had him there, he felt like there was nothing that he couldn't do, and there was nothing he couldn't learn, and there's nothing that he couldn't improve on. Like that, in other words, he gave him the highest. He was just basically like, look, I coached Lamar Jackson, and he's different than Lamar Jackson, but he's, in terms of the development, part of his development, it's similar. Maybe he's a little bit ahead of Lamar Jackson in a way. So
sure.
I feel like that's pretty good. You're laughing at me. I mean, it's like, okay, it's not necessarily Lamar Jackson, but it's like I would say if it like Randall Cunningham is the thing. Like I said, I don't know, you maybe did you catch the tail end of his career? It's still before you, right?
No.
He was like the first like tall dual threat quarterback, but who wasn't just a runner. He was like he was a really good passer and played for an offensive team that believed in passing the football. And so it was like this extra element. His running was an extra element to go with that. He was like a taller, better. It's the dude that took Philly to the Super Bowl and threw up on the field.
Threw up on the field.
Yeah.
Nick Foles?
No, the quarterback, Donovan McNabb. So he's like a taller, more athletic Donovan McNabb. People have said Kaepernick. Sort of. I think he's better in both as a passer and as a runner. So I don't know. I just feel like you're just betting. You're just saying, hey, we're betting on traits. And as Mike Tomlin used to say, if you're really good with your feet as a young quarterback. At least it buys you some extra time to learn how to play the position, which I actually think is one of the wiser things that he ever said. Because if you can't move around in the pocket a little bit and get out and threaten teams by running, because just the mere fact that he can run the way he does, there'll be
Oh yeah.
one less guy in coverage or one less guy in the pass rush, because you always got to, and the pass rushers are going to be concerned about contain rather than going after him. So anyway, that's the reasoning. Yes, the fact that, when Kilgore went, what did he go, like 6 picks before us or whatever? When he went,
Yeah.
we
Something
sort
like
of
that.
then feel like he didn't really have somebody that we were really hoping to have to fall to us there.
Yeah, and
So
that's kind of what I said. It was just like at that point, it was like, well, there's no one we're in love with. Why not go for a guy we at least like?
yeah. So I think you kind of have to, well, not have to, but what we should do, I think, is sort of separate the. I won't even say it's, the positions we haven't drafted, and then I'll include in there the ones where we might take a second person. So we haven't drafted cornerback, right?
Mm-mm.
Um, we haven't drafted nickel cornerback, although we might draft somebody that's, ideally we draft somebody that could do both jobs, right? That
Yeah,
isn't just anything. He's
I
could do
mean,
both.
we can,
Yeah,
that'd be nice, but
I'm just saying, but yeah, that's kind of what I think. And then uh what else? Second wide receiver.
I definitely want to go second wide receiver.
Yeah. And I
We need to
think
go from the worst room to like
I like
respectable.
it. No, I'm with you. And then sort of, yeah, because what I was going to do is lay all these out here,
Hmm.
and then decide which of these are we focused on in round 4, and which are we focused on later. And that's in sort of approach building, building some piles. All right, so let's see.
Well, and I kind of like your thoughts or whatever. Here, we just need to go after guys we like. We don't need to worry about what round we think they may
and
make it
and
to.
also, I mean, could be, you know, it could be that we don't even have to worry about covering every position known to man,
Sure.
but it's like I think this is it, right? Is there something else that I'm missing? Cornerback, nickel corner, second wide receiver, edge.
D line.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, D line.
I'm gonna put that.
And you're not sharing your screen if you're meaning
Oh
to.
yeah, sorry, you can't. How would you know what I'm doing?
No, you're good. I mean, I know what we've generally taken.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay.
but yeah.
All right. So I would say let's assign a number to all these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have what I say, 7 picks left.
Yeah.
So
Definitely go nickel and wide receiver. I mean,
yeah, I mean, we'll just call them 1 and 2 for now.
yeah,
And the defensive line, I think we should go. I really feel like this is important.
I do too.
I mean, offensive tackle. All right, so just quickly. I don't know if these are the first two, but in terms of priorities, we can figure out what round to worry about in a second. I'd almost put a list in here of like what BPAs would be,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um,
I think tight end might be 5. I mean, we don't really have a third tight end right now.
nope. And we don't really. I don't think we have a 2. I think we have Robin. We have Washington, and I remain. You could, Fireman is going to have to prove to me that he can be on the field, because it's like he's supposed to be the guy that's a pretty good blocker as your wing tight end, who is a good receiver, but he's not a good enough receiver for how he blocks. Like I feel like if you can be a glorified wide receiver if you're fucking great at it, but if you're only okay at that and you're marginal okay at blocking, Like you're okay. He's okay blocking when it's with certain assignments, like stock blocking. He's very good at, but trying to block big dudes, like it's not his game, right?
Yeah,
So
it's not.
to me, he'd have to be a better receiver to really be that for me to feel good about the number two. Like he's not Sadiq, right? So
No.
I'm saying Sadiq would be sort of like the one one uh, archetype for that, and then the other would be like uh, uh, what's the guy that was the Antonio Gates, right?
Yeah.
Or or Jimmy Graham. Like if you're that good a receiver, nobody cares how Jimmy Graham blocks. Nobody cares. It's like every once in a while he's going to hit somebody and surprise. He's going to surprise him by hitting him. Be like, oh shit, he blocked me. You know. Uh, yeah. So I think this is got to be here. Actually, right. So that's right away. That's 5 of our 7 picks, right?
Yeah.
And then it's going to be, I sort of feel like this is also BPA.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like running back is a little BPA here too, but
It just like the only argument I would make is just it is. I'm not saying it isn't, but I would just say somebody who's like a real weapon as a pass receiver we don't have on the roster.
so out of curiosity, do you know Travis Homer's on the roster?
Oh, Travis Homer is on the roster, right? But is that how you would describe him?
I mean, he is a third down back.
Then yeah, all right, okay.
He
I
was
mean,
kind of an under the radar signing that no one gave a shit about, but he's a plus special teamer.
I know he's a special teams guy. That's kind of how I was thinking of him. Let's see what kind of receiving he's done because yes, you raise a good point. If I totally wasn't thinking about him at all.
Gotcha. He just like screams one of those guys since we signed him, like he's gonna have a roster spot because he's such a good special teamer.
Yeah, I mean he's never really gotten a bunch of targets.
Yeah, I mean he's been behind, you know, two running backs pretty much his entire time, but
Yeah, let's see what
he caught balls in college. I mean, Homer was running like crazy with balls in the backfield out of Miami.
yeah. But I mean, we're talking about just like dump offs and screens, or is he like running routes? That's the thing. Like
Oh,
Gainwell,
okay.
Gainwell was running routes,
Fair enough.
and I feel like the problem is that like since DK Metcalf and Pat Fryermuth are not such good like at getting open on their own.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not like running routes and timing type plays, like the kind of thing for the West Coast.
Sure.
I feel like it would really be a plus to have a third down back. But let's see. Excuse me.
Geez, we need to be sponsored by like NyQuil, Claritin D, like all these
No kidding. Yeah. Okay. So here's what it says: Steelers Depot. He was a capable. Uh, he was a right now. I'm thinking of as a direct replacement for Miles Killebrew,
sure.
as a protector on the punt unit, etc. Um, and what it says about passing, though. Sorry, no, I got through all this. The descriptions from the before he got to here. Yeah, 4.4340, good for him. Um, yeah, basically what it says is he didn't. It's really slip screen passes. He was a capable receiver on swing passes, but didn't run many routes or make plays downfield.
Okay.
And it's funny. It says he lacks long speed, but he ran a 4.4340.
I already say that's bullshit.
I
Just
mean,
Just
Okay.
goes to show you AI is not always accurate,
Yeah.
everyone. Oh.
So here's what I would say. Um, I wouldn't even call it. I wouldn't even call it running back. I
Okay.
would call it like one of these dudes. Like like someone who is literally could be a starting slot receiver and is can also be a third down back.
Okay.
But I feel like when it gets down to it, I would take one of those guys. The problem is, would you rather have dudes in this list, right?
Right.
So
I mean, there's no one I'm really in love with an edge rusher in this class that hasn't already gone.
yeah,
So
I just love I love a late seventh on one of those cats that were really good. Well, I'll tell you, I'll tell you about some. Um,
I'm not saying there's not some guys. I'm just saying there's no one I'm in love with.
yeah, there's no one that you're in love with, right? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I really, I mean, Helderman is probably going to go. I I liked his game tape. I didn't love it, but the guys I thought were really something. By the way, Corey likes Jackson Coach. I didn't see him, so that'll be one that we should look at here.
Yeah, I haven't seen him at all.
I'm gonna make a list. Um, Wesley Bailey. Wesley Bailey is like an Alex Highsmith type edge,
Yeah,
but with
I
more
remember
bend.
seeing a tweet on him because he tested really well. But
Yeah, with more bend than Highsmith, but he's like a super reliable um, run defender who's a good pass rusher and tested great. Um, Isaiah Smith, uh, bigger. If you're going to switch to a 4-3 someday, is totally very productive, like super productive. And then Zach Durfee. These are the guys I really like. Oh, like there's one more. Um, and that is where is he? Wesley Williams. But I think he'll probably be gone before
oh,
we
from Duke,
pick him.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good player.
He's the second edge rusher there. Like the guy,
Yeah,
Well, what's his name? Uh
Vincent
Vincent
Anthony.
Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah,
Vinny Anthony is the wide receiver, right?
right.
But yeah, Vincent Anthony I think is also good, but it's gonna go. I think he's gonna go maybe a bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about Wesley Williams that I really like, there's two things. One is all plays all four units of special teams, which if you're
Okay.
picking somebody for a team that they got rid of all their special teamers, nice. And
Well,
he also has got some skills. Um, tested pretty well. Bailey, I described to you already. Zach Durfee.
that's a guy I know nothing about.
Yeah, well, let's go. I even got sort of more all 22 ish for him.
Where is he out of?
Well, Seattle, although he played a season at or 2 seasons at Sioux Falls.
Hmm.
So that's D2, I think. I think that's the not the GLAC, but the CLAC. It's like the GLAC is like I would put that any team from the GLAC would probably beat any team from the Ivy League. Like that's the
Hmm.
top of Division 2 and the bottom of FCS, pretty close to one another. Um, you got my screen now, right?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm seeing you do your thing. I will say this is probably the first time in a while that like the Ivy League probably hasn't had like a really good prospect. You know what I mean?
Nope. And I mean, partially because they just move up,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, hang on a second. First. Come on, man, really? Sometimes these links for Draft Scout get broken in this very weird way. There we go. Like too many people are trying to access it at one time. All right. So Zach Durfee, 6'5", 247.
Wow.
He ran a 4.6, 240, 7.01 three cone, 39-inch vertical, 10-3 broad jump. So his for an edge rusher. I mean, first of all, that's ridiculous for a human being, but for an edge rusher in the NFL, like the elite ones, it's not quite as much power as like the really explosive guys, like the most explosive guys, freaks, but it's pretty dang good. 39-inch vertical jump for that dude is coming out of not recruited at all. Is crazy. I think he played another sport. I don't know if it was lacrosse or basketball. I've forgotten which. Played another sport. Anyhow, maybe it was basketball with that 39-inch vertical. So 164 get off, which is also, pretty good. Not like elite, but pretty dang good. And this is him playing a D2, but it just because it's all 22, you can see the bend.
Sorry, can you start that over?
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like this poor tackle. I mean,
you're just like, what?
He's like, I need to find a different league to be in.
Well, what do I do with my hands? Yeah,
Wait, hang on. Let's time it. Let's go. Let's see. Ready? And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Ooh.
Yeah, me 3 seconds and at the quarterback. Yeah.
Not even because when you hit 3, it's like that's the end of 2 seconds actually.
Right.
But yeah, there's some of him at Washington doing good stuff as well. But it's just funny, like, okay, so he's this level. It's obvious why he moved up. He was just like, I think he lost a season. Oh, I think that's what it was. He lost a season to COVID, and then he lost a season to transfer. No, that's what it was. He didn't lose a season to COVID. He's not that old, but he transferred thinking he was going to be able to play immediately, but the NCAA clearinghouse did not clear him. Somehow they didn't accept some of his credits or something.
Yeah.
And so he basically had to sit out an entire year at Washington.
What a spin move.
That's pretty amazing, right? Whoop.
That same tackle that
that same tackle. I was like, oh shit, I really need to find another line of work. I feel bad for him being on someone else's highlight reel. So it's like it's not perfect, but this is literally his first year playing. Yeah. And that's how would a guy like that not be recruited? Like, I don't really understand what they were looking for.
I wonder that every year. And I will tell you this, especially nowadays, with the portal, you're looking for guys that are ready to compete at a certain level. So there are some guys that, IU is a great example of going to get guys that have produced at other levels that we think can produce at a Big Ten level.
Well, heck yeah, that's a big Signetti thing. But this kid, yes, as soon as he was in the portal, he went to Power 4.
Yeah.
I'm merely saying, how did he end up at Sioux Falls? Like,
sure.
Where was Akron? Where was Southern Mississippi? Like, I don't understand. Even an FBS school in the group of however many, really, Right. So anyway, that's there. But Zach Durfee, Washington. Let's see. Just a couple of little things. So that is him running. That's a speed to power move. It gets him. He gets the tackle to hesitate, and try to lean to the outside, counters him to the inside, and when the guy comes back, he just pushes him backwards. Watch. Pretty good. Yeah, you were beat, but that's also UC Davis he's playing against. So once again, this is only one level up from. The player, the team that he's playing is only one level up from.
Right.
But it's still looks pretty good. What was the other thing that I saw? Saw a game somewhere. It's the same one. Well, actually, I did this while we're waiting for that to load and get it to the right spot. I was just going to say, oops, I don't want to be there. I want to be here. I was just looking at the production at Washington. So he had 8.5 tackles for a loss, 6.5 sacks, 3 passes defense, and a forced fumble in 17 games. And I'm not even sure he was starting that first year.
Oh, I'm sure he wasn't. Yeah.
So that's still like for me the mark is the really good prospects. Like if you want to say that you're productive of an edge rusher, you don't have to have a gazillion sacks, but like this combination of these splash plays has to be a ratio of like more than one. So this is 15, 18, 19, and 17 games. So I would call that very good production, especially for a player that transferred up. Yeah, here let's get some. Yeah, we need to get some tape of Washington State. Here we go. So looking at number 5, he is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Spin move. Remember that? Check it. Zip. Bye bye. So we see the toolbox, the counter, the spin move, and the bend, right? So I'm like, all right, like he looks pretty good in terms of the traits. What's the production like? Then I went and saw the production. What's the testing like? Because for an edge, it's more important than maybe other positions, the testing. And, I would say to me, he passes all 3. I'll show you some of the other guys in a second too, and we'll get an idea of they're better or not. Here's the long arm double teamed. Yeah, loss contained, but yeah, they're basically paying a lot. The offense is paying a lot of attention to him for a guy that came from. Oh, that was an interesting one. He's at the top here. Yep. Yeah.
Not much he can do on that play.
No, but this is a good.
He went with the running back. So
yeah, that was his gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not supposed to cover that guy, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. It was like his first responsibility was the running back.
Oh, backup's in now. This is the series, typical college. It's like we get up by a couple scores, and then we're going to have a series where we have all the young guys play.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, they're double teaming the kid from Sioux Falls. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're like, okay, that guy's a problem. If we don't block him a little bit better, we're going to be in trouble. But that time, hang on, block. I'm sorry to go zip around. Blocked by a tight end. Although that makes me feel more like, who is this tight end?
Right.
80, is it 83? Yeah, that is a solid pass protection rep for that tight end. Who is this quarterback looking like Spencer Rattler? So I want to see this rep again. I feel like his reps are so fast. He's never like, just stuck at the line. So my question would be, how does this guy? He is so far down the rankings. He's not even on mock draft countdown. He's not even on Pro Football Network's list that has like 900 guys. I'm telling you this, it's my mantra every year that where you are ranked as a college recruit essentially establishes your draft stock, and that you have to, in order to even move that a little bit, you have to be either absolutely 10 times worse than your how you were recruited, uh, or you have to be 10 times better than, like, just to move a little bit, just to be on the radar at all. It's weird to me, but all right, a little bit more. We'll switch to somebody else. Yeah, look at that. You were not you're not blocking me with that running back. Nice try. Although the quarterback made a nice play with that guy in his face. I have no concept of who Washington State's quarterback is this year. I don't think I watched him once this year.
Oh, I didn't watch any Washington State football this year.
They're never on either. It's like this.
Yeah, I mean, well,
They're on the CBS Sports Network app. Like, you can't even get it on regular television.
they're in the pack too.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
certainly are. Right here, let's look at Wesley Bailey. Okay, this is at the top 23, I think his number is. So, okay, he's not as bendy as Durfee, the guy we just watched, but
he's in
he's,
Louisville this past year.
yeah,
Oh,
I think he's been with him for a couple of years. He's,
huh.
I'm not sure even that he was a transfer. He might have just been a Louisville guy,
Okay.
but yeah. So basically, he's, like I said, I see, more like Highsmith. This is sort of what Highsmith looked like in college. This time has a hand on the ground. He's lined up as like an interior pass rusher here,
Right.
inside the tackle, spins and makes a play. Oh yeah, he's like not quite as dynamic as Durfee, but he also had I think he had a 6.99 three cone. So
Wow.
he did that. Whether he's as bendy or not flexible in real life, he certainly tested well. But yeah, he had, you know 7 tackles for a loss and 6 sacks just this year. Pretty good for a, power four. See that this is his move right here at the top. It's a under, what they
So,
call that, a rip, right?
yeah, it's a little dip and rip. Yeah.
Yeah, he does
It
that a
dips
lot.
that one shoulder and then rips past.
Yep. No, that's like, it's funny. Even just watching the highlights for pass rushers, you can just see like what's their go to, what's their counter, or do they just do the same thing? Like, that was the thing about James Thompson, the defensive lineman from Illinois. It was
Yeah.
just like the same move over and over and over and over. Amazing. Or actually, maybe that was the guy from maybe that was the guy from that I said was super productive from Houston, or SMU or something. Yeah, I think they, in general, they had a good team there. What do you think about this defensive tackle for them? He's really good. 90.
Conga.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 90 in black.
Honestly, I was gonna say, like if we're looking for like a pass rushing nose, he'd be a fun guy to like take a chance on because
Yeah,
he
I feel like there's a lot of those guys late in this draft that are
sure.
not the 325-pound guys, but they're good. you know, yeah, he's one of them. But yeah, there's a fun team to watch. But there we go. This is a good one. Wait, that's not your guy Bowery, right? He's on the other side, right? Jude Bowery's on the bottom here,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not Bowery he does this to. Look at this.
No, that's not Bowery.
I think he might have ended Grayson whatever his name, Grayson. I used to like him, Grayson James. I think he's
Huh.
just about ended his. It might have ended his season. I think he ended up leaving the game.
Oh wow. Ooh,
That was just like,
look
look at
bad.
oh man, you do not want to be the offensive tackle flying in space
No.
midair during the rep. Yeah, that's a good rep, right? So you can see why I liked him. He's he's got some juice.
Yeah, he does.
I like he's got strong hands too. I like that in a pass rusher. And but wait, let's see the guy.
The other thing I like is he doesn't look small.
No, he's
You know.
bigger. Here, let's look. Um, so Durfee's 6'5", 247, and Bailey is 6'5", 260.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, yeah, seven, three cone is seven.
Wow.
And his 35 and 10 is actually comparable to Durfee's because of the weight difference. But yeah, they're both I think they're both better than when we were doing draft a team. I bet you there were 10 or more edges that were drafted that were nowhere near as good as those two. That's my take. I was very surprised. Some of those like big school names were that people were picked were like, really? Like that guy's like it's a wasted. It's sort of like a filler, a roster filler, kind of. All right, Isaiah Smith,
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
and then we'll look at Corey's guy. Just when they put 10 o'clock 10:02 in the list, I was like, wait, we're still going on because
Oh my god.
all right. So this dude is more the James Harrison archetype.
I'd say so with those 40 times.
Yeah, nothing about his pro day is going to sell you on him. The only thing that will sell you on him is just watching him play football. Maybe this is the guy with that uh, swim. I don't know. I got to see. Maybe it's not him. It's one of them. It's either one of the D tackles. It's either James Thompson or somebody. I don't think it's him. Yeah, well, this is like if you don't block the guy, he's probably going to make a play. He's at the bottom this time. I was just confused. No, maybe I'm confusing him with the other guy. Yeah, this is not. This is definitely not the tape. I bet it was James Thompson. Yeah, this is it.
You were talking about this.
Every move's the same. Check it out. And it's like it's unstoppable. Just a fumble recovery, but yeah, that's Tyrion. I was against Tyrion, I think. Anyway, all right. See?
Nope, just passed him again.
Okay, so but he's just the arm under and just rip by. Boom. He just does the. It's like I don't know what you call. It's not really a swim. It's like a
Almost like arm bar.
not a club. There's a name. No, there's an actual name for it. But it is. It's just literally over and over again.
But yeah, so I loved how explosive he was at Wisconsin. That's why when I saw he transferred to Illinois, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's just like he's in the backfield like over and over again. Big dude too. I mean, he's not small.
No, he's 6'5", 290. I mean,
I think he might even be bigger than that. Is he 300?
well, I mean, he might be now. I just remember
Yeah. But yeah, that's just like it's just it just they can't. They cannot sustain a block against him. Maybe it's a rip, right? That's really what it is. This this arm under thing that he does, as opposed to a dip and rip. It's just like a straight rip move. It's just like that, right? He's just by the guy with an arm right there. That's a swim.
All right, so
but yeah, so
Illinois had him at 6'6", 310, which means he's like 6'4", 300. So
well, let's find out. This is the real measurement.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Sorry, what's his last name?
Thompson.
Too many names. He's 6'6", 308.
Wow.
Ran a 504, pretty good. 175 actually for that size at defensive line is great.
It's outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude can play. I would guess the knock on him is short arms. So the arms are 32, but he does all that work with his arms. It's wild, right?
So
yeah, so many, over and over again.
Correct me if I'm wrong. 33 inches is kind of like the take mark, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like he's that far below that, but it's definitely not the same.
Right.
We'll look at Conga and Hall. Oh, actually, before we do anything, I want to look at Jackson Kawach.
Oh, right.
It's Corey likes him. We'll catch up. But yeah, I would say that all those players we looked at so far, except for Isaiah Smith, I would have no problems drafting any of them. Oh yeah, Miami of Ohio. I don't know if we're going to get to see much of him unless we just watch a game.
Right.
Oh, he played at Utah? Wait, hang on. I want to hear this. What this guy is saying. I was going to refer to him as a doofus, but where is the... Here it is.
Jacksonville. If the Cowboys are looking for a linebacker day 3 who can be a coverage player, who can shed blocks and be an excellent communicator without having a day 2 pick for the Cowboys this year, who are we looking at there in day 3 selections to keep an eye out for?
We've got a lot of great linebackers in this group. One more well-known, a guy named Lander Barton of Utah. Played a little tight end for Utah this year as well. Receiving touchdowns this year. At tight end for Utah, really versatile player. I'll give you kind of an off-the-radar name that not only is being drafted, but has surged even higher than I could have expected after another fantastic week at the Shrine Bowl. A guy named Jackson Kawach, linebacker, Miami, Ohio. He only was at 1.5.
Oh, that's Lander Barton.
Miami, Ohio. 30. He's hit almost 22 miles an hour at the GPS at college as well as here at the Shrine Bowl. A really unique talent. Despite being a G5 player at the MAC, and a guy you've heard of before, like he is kind of
I'll look on Twitter.
Sneaky guy to be. Hey, how does this guy go 4th round? Hey, why is this guy starting on Sundays, week 1 in the NFL? He's been that special this week in practice too. So,
I see they're referring to him as an off ball. So. Oh, wait, what am I doing in shorts? That's not where I want to be.
Ooh.
What's that?
The Packers have traded Dontavian Wicks to the Eagles.
Wow. I always liked Wicks. By the way, see this in the beginning of this pick that with the bass player here, or in the music thing in the shorts. So I have the bass that's exactly this model, but it's not a double neck.
Really?
That's actually a Mosrite that I have almost exactly the same era. Mosrite, same color. I just don't have the double neck. But yeah, so it's kind of like the base on the bottom, a short scale Mosrite bases, same mahogany. Love that thing. Okay, let's get down to the real Shrine Bowl. I don't know. This is really.
And he showed a willingness to run, so he ended up playing.
Yeah, we're still not going to see any film.
Pure very sad. Now you see film on
center, and he kind of balled out, man. Like he's got a really, was a standout all week in practice with, prospects that maybe aren't expected to go. Then Jaden Duggar, if your player, if not certainly someone that brings the juice. Slot corner in the national.
It's a lot of winners
inside the locker room there at Shrine, and he was kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if he's not an edge, if he's a linebacker, that's interesting. But I might even be intrigued. But I guess I'd have to watch the Miami of Ohio.
I just sent you sending some clips to the. Oh, that might be the same play, just two different views of it.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this highlight. Yeah, coverage backer. Gotta dig it. Yeah, I guess we should have listened to Corey. I'd have been like, screw Deontay Lawson. No, but actually, to be fair, like I said, we need two linebacker starters. Yeah, it's the same play.
Yeah, I just sent another one, which was a one-on-one rep of the Shrine Bowl. Here you go, right here. Yep.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good one too. Where's the. All right, stop. Thank you. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do in cover two. Interesting. Well, I'll add them to the list of names. I'd sacrifice drafting somebody at some other position that we don't really need for another linebacker that can actually play in coverage, since we have currently none.
Yeah. Well,
if Deontay Lawson becomes your downhill guy, and the other guy's doing the more, he's so. Yeah, or even if you had two guys, like it's like when you have two safeties that can both play split field or come down closer to the line of scrimmage, you have a big advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Okay. I'm adding that to the list. I'm taking Isaiah Smith off of there. I'm going to go back and look at your names too right now. So look at who's left on your list. Well, we got one.
Over Shelton.
Tackles are still on there. And then you said Roush is gone, right?
Yeah, I was about to say pretty much all my day three guys are there except Roush. So Devin Moore.
Would Fabici Nwakana not be on there?
Probably not now that we have a guard.
Okay, that's kind of what I think. Although Brian Parker, you think could play other places?
Well, again, Brian Parker was, a fallback at guard. So,
okay.
I mean, he can play left tackle in a pinch.
Yeah, but I get it. Yeah. Barry Brown, those guys, both those receivers, Barry Brown and Key, were so good at kicking at Kentucky. I know I said that the other night, but just every time I see his name, I feel bad for the kid. But yeah, there's some speed. Still love Jack Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's like, the ideal thing would be to have like a guy that can play coverage and a guy that fucks some shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
sort of that's the pairing I like to have in a my dream scenario. I would say Deshaun Stribling is my first choice for
receiver
too. I don't know. You have him on here, so apparently you sort of agree.
I love Stribling. He ran a weird offense at Ole Miss, and that's why I think he's farther down. If he would have gone to some of these other schools, he would have been easy day 2 pick probably.
Yeah.
Like if he would have been at Indiana this year, he'd have been doing the same thing Surratt did. For for us,
I think
probably.
I think it was like ran a more of a route trade than Surratt. But yeah, with that quarterback, I could have done almost anything. BJ Payne, strong safety, really, right?
Yeah, but he hits. He
fucking
hits.
Well, you could justify a pick like that just for special teams if you want. But we do seem to have got a lot of guys like that. I like NS Cooper, but I do not with Rutledge.
Oh yeah, not anymore. No.
Jeff Caldwell is another one.
I was gonna say that is like, if we wanted to just say screw it, take Caldwell with a 4th, just because.
Yeah, well, it's like looking at the names on here. I would say Drew Shelton and Caldwell, Stribling, like Gillenberg. These are the closer to that, but I'm not even sure. That might even be early for some of them. I also love Aaron Hall. Did we talk about him during the?
Yeah. We talked. I think we talked about him after, or no, you talked about him yesterday. Yeah, we didn't really talk it when we did it, but you brought it up with Corey and us on there. So
yeah, we should just guys, really go for the lottery picks and get Jack Strand too. But I think he'll get drafted in this, I think.
Man, I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Well, yeah, you never know. People get all into these fancy picks when you're doing mocks and everything, and then when it comes to this exercise where you have to get people in a room to agree on a pick,
sure,
it's a lot harder to go wild, right? Although I tend not to be super wild anyway, because it's like it doesn't really. What does it benefit me to trade down 15 times,
right?
Pick 21 guys or something, just because the simulator will let me do that doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I would say I don't love Cass Jones, but I have to admit he's the right kind of player. I don't know
I don't know who that is. I'll be honest.
He's that 32 for Georgia. He's like their slash, does a lot of different stuff for them. You've seen him. You'll know as soon as I put it on screen.
Okay.
Let's see. Wesley Bailey. And Zach Durfee.
Yeah.
And then the other interesting things, I don't think we're necessarily going to do it, but. And what's the other guy's name?
Something Keldu or something.
No, that's Uar, but the other one is the one from Kenya.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was just like I can't remember the name, but the last name is Kermu or Keldu.
Weru.
Weru. Thank you.
Okay, and then there's Nichols. Uncle Joey Nichols. Who's the kid from Indiana? Remind me his name again.
Sorry?
The nickel from
Devon Boykin.
We didn't talk about it because he wasn't around when we did corners really, but Toriano Pride is going to be a Corey dude. He was asking me what I thought about Missouri guys, everybody on their defense 2 years ago. like, what about this guy? I like this guy.
Honestly, Missouri has another guy who I have been tracking for a while because he's a Indiana boy. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure he is finally out of eligibility. But he actually plays like a big nickel role.
You're talking about Boykin.
No, Missouri.
Oh, Toriano Pride?
No.
Oh, wait, who are you talking about?
Dalen Carnell.
Okay.
He's son of a bitch has to be out of eligibility now. Like,
it's like, what are you doing still being in school? God damn it.
He was a grad.
Carnell. Yes, he's out.
Yeah. So
6'2", 6'2" and 3/8, 222 pounds.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put him up against a similar guy. But what are you saying about him?
Very intriguing guy. I think he was recruited as an athlete out of Indy. Like no one really knew what he was gonna do initially.
Yeah.
But like he started off at safety and then kind of worked his way up. Missouri kind of has this tendency to like find safeties that play close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And he's one of them. He's fun to watch though. He makes a lot of plays. Let's see here. So, let's see here. I was about to say, there's no way that's his full defensive thing.
What's that?
Oh, it was like, what are we looking at? And it's like, oh, that's not right. That's just his totals. Okay. But anyway, he's just kind of an intriguing guy because he's a good athlete, plays in more nickel than true safety.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Just seeing who I like really. Here, let's see. I'm also kind of thinking about corners that are inside out. They can play both. But not saying only that would be the only thing I would consider. It would be kind of nice. That's why I think Toriano Pride might be actually a good choice in that regard. Still looking here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know about Willie or Price Hawk playing nickel.
No, neither of them are nickel. They're outside guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of it. And then what am I missing? Oh. And
did we think Malik Muhammad could play in out?
Yes.
Okay. He's still available. So
yep. I'm just trying to make a pile. Maybe it's possible that I've forgotten somebody, but let's just start with this, and then I'm going to break it up into the groups that we had before.
Theron Johnson from Oregon. That's another name that we were thinking.
I put him in here.
Oh, did you? Okay. I didn't see that already.
Okay.
Oh, Jalen Husky. Did you put him there?
Oh yeah, I didn't, but I'm gonna right now.
Yeah. Ah,
Okay. Let's see. You don't see VJ Payne as a potential nickel, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
He's more of a hammer than a cover guy. You have D line over there
Oh, I didn't mean to.
for Hall and Thompson.
Yep, yep. I mean, I think Robert Bernard. They were talking about having him play defensive tackle, but I think he's either an edge or a tight end. That's I think it's what he would
At
end up
6'4", 310.
Well, he was 306, I think,
Okay, all right.
but it was not it was even higher. It was 6'6", I think he is.
Okay.
But it's just like his, with that vertical and those hands and stuff. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, how are you going to cover that?
Fair enough.
It's a little bit like Darnell Washington, except for he's more athletic than Darnell Washington. Really, he's Darnell Washington athletic, but at the 300 pounds, he's athletic as Washington was at 270. That's sort of the difference between them, which is nuts, frankly. Yeah. So the thing about Husky is he could play some corner as well.
And if you absolutely needed to, yeah.
Dalen Carnell, that's the guy you were talking about to play nickel.
Yeah, that's the Missouri guy. You can put him farther down the list. It's not a big deal or whatever. He's just an intriguing guy.
No, I'm not even ordering them right now. I'm just.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm just making a list.
Who is Michael Coates Jr.?
We're gonna watch some of him in a second.
Okay, I was about to say that's a name I have not heard.
I drafted him in drafted team, and I drafted him. It was down to him and Theron Johnson, and I drafted him. He played for West Virginia this year, but he was he played at is it not App State? He played at Georgia Southern, I think, before that, and then he grad transferred to WVU, and he had a big pro day. I remember I read something that like he was everyone decided that he was the only person at the West Virginia Pro Day who was like a real prospect. But I'll show you. I sent Corey the two guys. I was like, Mike, I'm trying to decide between Michael Coates and Theron Johnson, and I would describe them as Theron Johnson was the guy that like has length and was really good in the slot, and then they moved him out to the outside and he wasn't so good. But he's like he tested really well and he's bigger. And then there's this little guy who just has totally is the dog, and he's like, well, you know what I'm gonna say. She's all about the dog.
Yeah, I mean, I knew of Theron Johnson when he played at Northwestern.
Oh yeah. No, he was playing in the slot there, right? Northwestern, I thought.
He played a little outside too.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he almost spoiled IU's win up there 2 years ago. He had a pick he dropped on the third play of the game that was gonna be like, man, is this really gonna how we're gonna start the game? I was like, thank God he dropped that, but
All right.
he's a good player.
Yeah, you'll like this. It's also a fun on Nevada. That's where he played.
Nevada, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, just
what I
falling
love
back.
about him is he's a little guy and he's like out jumping and high pointing ball against bigger guys.
Solid turn of the hips there to get back.
Mm-hmm. No, so he was, most of his time at Nevada, he was there, not only their outside corner, but he was really good. A lot of ball production, and but also just sort of like like that. So wait till you see what his size is. You'll die because he hits like all right, I'm gonna sit down now. No, he's a super swaggy, undersized corner who's couldn't be more physical. And like I said, he's like high pointing. He did he picked off a Hail Mary there by out jumping
Right.
like an entire team.
Ooh, I like that rep.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right? This one to come underneath like that. That's good.
Well, he's physical at the start of the route
Mm-hmm.
and stayed with it too. It's not like he just threw it and ran away, you
No,
know.
I think he'll be a priority free agent and make
Mhm.
somebody's team and probably be starting in the NFL. That's what he looks like to me. Although there's this big move now to like bigger slot receivers, and then he's going to have to really prove to somebody that he can do that. Very tenacious. That's a pick too. This one.
Wow. Great tracking the ball there at the end.
Guy's like, I have a touchdown. No, I don't. Yeah, this is not a nice hit right there. That one. That's going to get you fined in the NFL.
Yeah.
If you hit a guy in the face when he's already fallen to the ground, you're going to get fined. There's something you don't ever see. Somebody tackling Ashton Janty.
Right.
So you can see there's a lot of good little stuff for a highlight reel. It's not a bad watch. I watched a couple games. I watched a game where strangely enough, uh, who was it? Theron Johnson was on the other. It was somebody. No, it wasn't Theron Johnson. It was another corner that I was considering. Maybe DJ Harvey. Yeah, that's what it was. It was DJ Harvey on one team, and then the Coates on the other team, and they both gave up a touchdown pass by being just totally mossed in the end zone. Like they didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but it was like nuts,
Gotcha. What time do we kick off tomorrow? 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel free to go anytime. I'm just gonna fiddle faddle with some of these lower guys and see. But I figured he's a good one for you to know anyway. I think we'll probably have some people that are ahead of him in the pecking order, but
Sure.
give you an idea.
He's fun though.
Yeah. He's a really good athlete. All right. So he's
5'9".
5'9", 184. So he's not like tiny, but still, the way he was hitting dudes, Ran a 4.41. But look at this: the 3 cone 6.83.
Wow.
Outstanding, and a 36 vertical.
14 reps on the bench press of that size.
Yeah, impressive, man. I couldn't get 2 up. I couldn't get 1 up right now, I think. Terrible.
At 225, yeah. I don't know if I'm getting any up either.
Yeah. I mean, I used to when I was bike racing, I did squats with 500 pounds.
Oof.
I couldn't do like a bunch of reps with it, but I could do 500. I think we were doing reps with 350 or something, but it's super dangerous. I mean, I would never do that again, knowing what I know now. Like you could just pop your spine out by lifting 500 pounds.
Oh yeah.
So that's not, not really the best idea when you're not in like a really controlled environment with like some strength coach. But anyway, yeah, pretty good. All right, so Jalen Husky playing corner. That's what I want to see. Senior highlights. Let's look at some junior highlights. Oh, here we go. You'll remember this. Oh, this isn't even a good one. The good one is the one where he comes from like single high to the sideline to make a pick. That's in this. But yeah, you're right. He has that sort of close to the line play that you would want your nickel to have.
Right.
Dig it. Here's this one, I think. It's just funny. It's like,
oh wow.
For a guy that's not supposed to be too athletic or quick, you're like, that's a great record. What's the recognition? Like he just fires down. I love it. This play really sold me. Yeah, I could get behind that at nickel. I think that ended up being targeting. But it looks good. She said, I mean, no, like as a free, the reason I was into him as a free safety, I drafted him in the board draft because I was like, I like his reps at playing deep middle is pretty dang good.
What a hospital ball.
Yeah. Yep. Even in our game on Sundays, it's like some guys will just throw you balls and you're just like, what are you doing to me?
Mm-hmm.
Like your choice is like, do I want to go to work tomorrow or do I want to catch this ball? You know? It's so true. The other thing I like about Husky is he's super unimpressed with himself. Like you get a pick or make a big play, and he never like he doesn't get a big selly or anything. It's just like he puts that guy on the ground and he just gets up and goes back to the huddle. Like I dig that.
Yeah, I wish we had a few more of those types out there.
I think maybe once when it was like at the end of the game and it was game winner or something. But for the most part, yeah, I'll tell you what, man.
I love how he comes right down and
Oh, there's no hesitation about hitting.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny though. I haven't seen. I mean, this year he didn't play too much outside corner at all. But
no, he was like pure safety this year.
But like, oh, there you go. That's a good play right there. It doesn't look like much on the stat sheet, but he saved a big gain. Yeah, you see, kept him out of the end zone.
So have you watched Devon Boykin at all?
No, but we're gonna.
Yeah, I was about to say, watch him next.
Just before we do that, I just wanted to see something.
Excuse me.
Oh, I just spelled it wrong. Yeah, I think these years. Yeah, see, look at what he did at his production wise at corner. He still he still had picks and passes defense. I just feel like it was what they were saying about him. I think was his long speed was a problem on the outside. Yeah, ran 4.56. But what's funny about that is look at that 1.54 10-yard dash. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so you're not going to be super wild about his numbers, but I think he can play. I I'll tell you what, you watch him play free safety, he looks a lot better than that testing.
I would agree. Well, and you can see that 154 pop up when he's charging towards the line. It's like you can see that instant acceleration to go make the play.
Yeah, dig it. Draft Scout, which is usually pretty good about what will really happen in the draft. Not in this draft, but it says 5 to 7. Browns 5 to 7. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, Devin Boykin, right?
Yep.
Oh shit, spelled it wrong.
Well, it's right there.
I
Right
got him
there.
anyway. Yeah.
Your highlights.
He played at NC State before.
Yeah.
Was he there when Devon Marshall was there at the same time?
I don't know. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah. Do you know which one he is?
So he's at the top slot.
Oh, he's in the slot. Okay. Boom. Yeah. This is this year, right? Oh yeah. This is the year they crushed UCLA. They crushed their dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really did. I mean, it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Ruined their season. Oh yeah. Forgot something, bro. I remember seeing this play live.
As Barry say, might be one of his best plays of his 1-year IU career. Yeah.
Boy, it's an embarrassment of riches when you have 12 picks, isn't it?
It really is.
It's like it's not like we're gonna be like desperate to get a guy. Yeah, I'm sort of glad we didn't trade up or something for Kilgore, as much as I like Kilgore.
Okay.
It's funny, he's the opposite of high cut. He is short waisted. Like he's got a big, tall, from his belly button to his shoulders is longer than normal compared to his legs, which probably makes him pretty good at changing directions.
He's pretty good at that. I still don't think they've shown his best pick yet.
No, this is the one that's put out by the conference, and they just go chronologically, usually.
Oh yeah, I just mean he has a really good pick somewhere. I'm trying to remember where it is.
Good to be around the ball.
Yeah, he's around the ball. He's pretty sticky. Honestly, he was pretty good at NC State, but then got injured and lost the whole season.
By the way, have you seen this kid yet? Next year's draft.
Oh, well, I mean, I saw him get embarrassed by IU a few times.
Brandon Finney did?
Yeah.
Wow, he had some great plays against IU too.
Well, so he did in the first game, not so much in the second game.
Second game they got him.
Yeah, the second game we got him.
Yeah, but I think he's pretty dang good.
Yeah, no, he's good. I was just joking. He's very good, but isn't he only that's a true freshman though?
He's either I was gonna say he's either a true freshman or a redshirt freshman. Second year.
I think he's a true freshman.
Yeah, really impressive for
that. Finney's very, very good for his age.
Yeah, so I don't see any Boykin highlights from 2025. was he at Indiana already in 2025? I mean 2024 rather.
No, so he lost 2024. He was out the whole year.
Oh shit.
He played 2 games and like broke his clavicle, so he was out for the whole year.
Okay.
Or it was either that or a leg injury. I can't remember. Oh no, it was an ACL. It was an
Shit.
ACL.
Yeah. Well, he's playing free safety here.
Right.
Or was anyway. Yeah.
Look at him.
That's from free safety. He came down and made a play
Yeah.
the backfield. Look where he is at the start of the plays on the yellow
Right.
line. That's a really
He's
good
at the
play.
hash and runs all the way over.
Yeah. Boom.
He's a good player, dude.
I do think that when you're a free safety and you have that mesh route underneath, that is a really hard. It's hard to pull the trigger on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to really trust your film study, your instincts, or whatever, because they'll, what teams do to you is they get you to bite down on that, and then they run somebody behind you.
Right.
And also, he had the wheel in the flat.
No, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Adam Randall or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they're pointing out the same thing on the highlights. Like, you can't look where he came from to make that play. It's impressive.
Well, so and Will he ran a 4.4 flat.
Yeah,
I think so. At the pro day.
Mm-hmm. No, I dig it. Strong contender. All right. I'm a little disappointed in that Big Ten highlight package. It doesn't have his best pick in it.
Yeah, I feel like I remember one where he like reads it better or something. I've gotta
Yeah. And then wait, hang on. Oh. Yeah, the thing about him, and we can look at Missouri highlights in a second, but but maybe this is the one that has some Clemson in it. Oh yeah, here you go. Check this one. You say you have watched him or you haven't?
I watched a little of him, not a whole lot.
Yeah. I really liked him when he's at Clemson. Oh, this is just a bad ball, but oh yeah, that's his highlights from this year are pretty good because he had some snow games and stuff. Really impressive. All right, well, I had it somewhere, his Clemson thing, but his Clemson highlights, but we'll just do this instead. Yeah, and we just saw that. Yeah, this is one of those like I want the ball more than the receiver kind of plays, because the receiver is coming back hard for a comeback to help out his quarterback, and he just came back harder and made the play really good. I was like, no soup for you for sure. Same with that one. So he has a little bit of that too. Matter of fact, just watching him, he's got some similarities to Boykin. Just played more outside. The advantage I would say he has is that out of all these cats, he probably played the best on the outside. But would he be as good a corner as the other two? I don't know. I feel like Husky is like the instincts in that burst. He out of zone, he could play anywhere. man coverage. I don't know. Oh, here's Clemson.
I remember seeing that play.
Doesn't he look like a better player when he's wearing the Clemson gear?
They always do.
It's like it looks so much more like a pro. Yeah, there you go.
But I think part of it is you're used to seeing Clemson guys make plays.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, positively.
But yeah, like great to get in and out of the break there.
Mm-hmm.
That's like textbook.
Yeah, so it's like, these are all late day 4 guys. I mean day 3 guys. So yeah, there's stuff in there. All right. I think maybe I should sign off. I could do this all night. It's actually fun.
Right.
But we probably have a little bit of time tomorrow to do it as well. So
how long do picks take tomorrow?
Short.
As Barry said, you would think. I know we're.
Yeah, 2 minutes. I think it's supposed to be. So.
Oh wow, we'll fly through that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like and no, like it's hard to do it in 2 minutes, but that's still it says to expect 10:42.
Gotcha.
So I would guess that's probably pretty correct. But yeah, we'll look at some of the we looked at a couple of D-line guys, but we'll look at tight ends and Vanderberg. We'll look at some other stuff tomorrow. I'm sorry, I would go on longer, but I think I'm cooked.
Oh, dude, I'm good, man. I'm ready to go to bed too. I'm still recovering.
Right on. Well, listen, we'll stop the share. Listen, for all of you who's interested in what the war room was like for us and are going to see some of this, we appreciate you. Shout out to Corey Karboski, who wasn't with us tonight on the show, but was with us over text and talking over strategy, and also to Jeremy Coleman, my friend, who's I lost my nameplate again, man. What is up with that? Hang on. So wrong. Apps. Yeah, this happened once before when we were doing this, where it was like when I shared it like that, for some reason it didn't work for me. There we go.
There you
go. Anyway, okay. Thanks again to all of you who joined us either for the live broadcast or the highlights version of our war room on night 2. I think we did pretty good with our players we selected, and still got another day tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. live on Saturday. So we're going for it. On behalf of Corey Korbowski, who was with us on the texts and calls tonight to try to go over some things and strategize with us, and also, of course, Jeremy Coleman, who's been with me all the way. Shout out to you guys. And I'm Will Massasak, Bradshaw to Ben, sometimes known as Accidental Zen on Twitter, right now known as Holy Cow, I'm tired. But more drafts to come. We got 7 more picks tomorrow. Holy cow.
That's crazy.